Yeah, if you're shooting off a pop gun, that's not okay.
All right, so now let me put it in there, but all right. I'm gonna put the post up.
All right. And then we will be live.
Yep.
All right.
Or I'll schedule it for 7.
Okay, that's fine. We'll be a couple minutes late anyway.
You hear anything about chances anybody comes back next year?
I haven't heard anything about that.
Thought maybe Anthony wanted to mention something.
All right, now I'll put the
Are we live?
Yep.
So people are watching us now?
Well, the post just went live.
Nobody's watching us.
I would recommend talking.
Okay.
So this is the first ever MGoWatchalong. We had an idea to allow you to watch games with us, and so we're going to do a Michigan State hockey game tonight.
This seems like a bad idea, but you want.
This is a bad idea?
Well, I just felt like it could be a bad idea.
I think it's a pretty good idea. People have been kind of receptive to start.
I gotta like.
Can you send me the channel, Alex, so I can share it?
The link, yeah, I just sent it to you.
Perfect.
I gotta not swear.
Well,
I gotta
that's a good idea in general.
swallow all my opinions that are too hot for TV.
We're on. Thankfully, the game has not started yet.
Fred Pledge. I saw Shireen Sasky do a broadcast. I was like,
Oh
wow.
man, she taught one of my classes when I was in undergrad.
Yeah.
It was kind of a mess.
Wait, Shireen Sasky?
Yeah, that I hadn't heard that name in a long
Taught a
time.
class here in Michigan?
It was a marketing sales class.
A marketing sales
Sales or
class?
something. It was my senior year. Yeah, it was like
Okay.
sports.
So it was a blow off.
No, we had to take it.
It was a blow off.
Well, I mean, my whole major was. That's why I'm working at MGO.
Jeez.
That was funny.
I mean,
I thought it was funny.
getting real quick.
Hey,
This
so the big news we need to start with. We got to talk about this before it happens. Is Frank Nazar the third? Apparently, the third.
second, I thought.
I think it's the third.
Yeah, he's the third.
He's a third.
Is
third.
is going to skate tonight for the first time, and that's a big deal because he was the highest drafted Wolverine in the 2022 draft.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
there's a Fantilli rider on that, but yeah, he's
Well,
top
okay.
15 pick of the Blackhawks, centering the third line. So that third line is now Jackson Hallam, Nazar, and Eric Cicilline, who's been on a tear. So that seems like a real scoring line.
Yes.
But because Rutger McGorty is out, you got Marcus Stappa on the top line.
Well,
Which should be an event. How many penalties can he take with 20 minutes of ice time?
can he keep up with Brindley and Fantilli? I think that is the problem.
He can skate. He's not like a total coke machine,
No.
but
I mean, I guess if you park him in front of the net, you have two guys that can do stuff.
park him in front of the net and have him do some work in the corners. Like, it's not totally crazy. He has that kind of profile of who was that guy?
David Rolfs.
David Rolfs.
Yeah, I knew that's where you were going. We've had this conversation before.
Because back in the day of the Red Berenson era, before the talent really dropped off, there's always a senior.
Yeah.
Who had been third liner most of his career, got bumped up to the top line as last year. Wasn't the most talented guy, but he knew what he was doing, and he usually got to 10, 15 goals on the year.
Well,
Scooter Vaughn, another one. He was a defenseman, and all of a sudden...
Well, he was like the original Jay Karanen, right? Like where he kind of went back and forth depending on what they needed.
No, I mean, he was mostly a defenseman, and then they moved him to forward as a senior, and he put up, 10 goals or something. So, Carson Dorwart.
Is he their leading scorer, Alex?
He might be 25
right.
points.
25 points. He's the
They
leading
don't
scorer
score a lot
of
of
the last
goals.
Yeah.
55 Michigan State teams. Man, if my last name was Dorwart.
You would probably be in Harry Potter or something.
I don't know. This is going to be the second straight weekend we're going up against a Pokemon.
What was last weekend? I'm not as familiar with
the guy-
Pokemon as you are.
What was the guy who kept scoring goals? Jugnoth.
Yeah.
Probably a
Tyson
Tyson Jugnoth. Jugnoth sounds like a fighting type.
in Pokemon?
There's 18 different types of Pokemon. Did you know that? I know.
I
that
didn't.
now.
You knew that back in 1998,
No,
probably.
I knew nothing about Pokemon until my son got massively into Pokemon, and now I know everything about Pokemon. He quizzes me.
He quizzes you.
Walk home from school, and he's like, "Pop quiz," and he gives me
Oh.
a multiple choice question.
Does he do a good job with the rest of the answers, or is it like
Well,
a couch?
Well, it's like, he's like, okay, what Pokemon does Pichu evolve into? And he gives me 3 options. That one's
Okay.
easy. It's Pikachu.
We need this game to start in a hurry. We probably should have started at 7:05, but we thought, well, you know what? Maybe we can do some prepping.
Look, I got
through that.
Fill time.
We could also go through the rest of the lineup
Sure, we
as
could-
you had.
I mean, still no.
Well, there's no.
Truscott, still no.
Right, so-
Seamus Casey.
So Luke Hughes is going to play again with Keaton Pearson. I'm never going to get that right. This is like you and the Lawan Dilio thing.
Well, it's not your fault because he spells his name wrong if he wants to. Call Pearson. Like there's some allowances that you can make for pronunciation, but when you don't even
it's Pearson.
when you don't even have an A in there,
That's true.
what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, Pearson.
Can't do that.
Yeah. So he's more of a stay-at-home guy, and sitting him with Luke Hughes is not the worst idea.
No.
Edwards and Karanen, they've liked what they've gotten from Karanen. He's been good.
He's been solid.
Yeah. And then
And then you get Fantilli
Luka
and Stephen Holtz.
and Holtz.
The other Fantilli.
Well, yeah. See, I just call him like Fantilli and Luka.
I don't
because does anyone really think that when we're talking about some phenomenal play that I mean Luka? He's been good, but I mean, come on.
Well, speaking
probably
of
been used to that.
phenomenal plays, how about Jay Karanen last week?
Through the legs?
Through the legs pass.
Yeah.
When he dies, that's going on his tombstone. It's going to be like, you remember like when NFTs were a thing, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just going to have NFT jewelry. He's going to do that. He's going to mint an NFT of him making that pass, and then he's going to like put it on his grave.
Okay.
And probably
We should
sell
probably
it.
stop talking about Jay Karanen's grave
Well,
and
maybe-
move on to some other things.
Maybe he could get a head start and just start putting it on everybody's grave. Just go to the cemetery and it's like, oh man, that's a sick pass.
We're just talking about cemeteries.
Well, the game
Game
has not
is
started,
yeah.
and I gotta fill time. I don't see you guys filling time.
I'm
See
trying
you
to
guys,
talk.
You guys just sitting there. Just
All right. Well, so they're breaking the huddles on the ice, at least on television.
Let's not do. We shouldn't do play-by-play. That's illegal.
I know, but I'm trying.
We're giving people a
We're
little bit of an idea of where we are, so they can sync
Oh.
it up.
Yeah, okay.
That's true. I will do a countdown as soon as the puck drops
There's
when
a-
they show us the.
There's a woman talking. She's supposed to be talking. She has a microphone and everything.
We have microphones. Sometimes we will not be talking. We will also be watching the game, because that is the original purpose.
So
of this.
State is are they 14th in the
think they're-
pairwise now?
Yeah, they're back
Yep.
up in the tournament bubble.
Well, so they only have Wisconsin remaining, so this is their last big chance in the regular season to pad the pairwise.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
mean-
a big weekend for both teams, really.
Well, for Michigan, really they're in.
Yeah.
Barring losing out, and they're looking for that last 1 seed. They might have a shot at passing BU. But if BU loses, that hurts their resume.
Actually,
It helps
BU
Penn
just
State.
lost to, was it Northeastern?
And the Bean Pot. on
In the
Monday
Bean
night.
Pot. So now I think
Did
they're
you
actually
see
pretty
that
close.
It's the first Bean Pot with, is it Northeastern and Harvard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the final.
Yeah, in the history of the Bean
Which
Pot.
it's like
which is-
70 years.
Right, I know, that's
That's
crazy.
insane.
That is insane.
I mean, you would think there's only 4 teams that ever do this.
Yeah.
Well, the puck just dropped, so
Okay, so we are at 57, 56, 55, 54, and Portillo makes his first save. Actually, they're still counting the clock, so it ended at 52.
So there you go. Now you're all synced up.
We'll try to do that
at different points.
different points so you can recalibrate your the pausing of your televisions.
So we already have a defensive zone turnover, so that's
Well,
good
this
to,
is a Michigan game.
good to get that out of the way, get the blood pumping.
The thing that's interesting about Munn is that the benches are on opposite sides.
Yep, just like Compton.
Oh, yeah, for Notre Dame. Which we should put that game on in half an hour so we can keep an eye on that.
Who's Notre Dame playing tonight?
They're playing Ohio State.
That's right. That's a big series.
Yeah, I think we're for Notre Dame.
Probably.
I don't.
And
boy.
Luke Hughes
Jeez.
just skated right into a guy. This is, big
Big
save
save,
from
Portillo.
Portillo. My
Now he's getting pushed into the net. Someone's got to get in there. Yeah, Duke better. That's Jagger
Jeez,
Joshua.
what was that, Hughes?
Well, that was a Quinn moment there. Yeesh.
Yeah,
He just
ran
skated right into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's confused because the guy fell over. He's like, clearly this man can play hockey, but he forgot that guy plays for Michigan State.
Was that Carson Dorwart, your buddy?
No, so I mean that whoever just kind of fell over, unorthodox hockey style.
So, did you see somebody put up a Truscott sign? He's not even playing.
Was
These guys
like a-
don't do
like-
their research.
Like an anti-Truscott sign.
Probably not an
It's-
antitrust
It's right
sign.
behind Portillo.
Who
Yeah.
could be anti-Truscott? He's so like boring.
There's a turnover from Edwards. Let's keep the puck.
Like, I understand being.
Oh, there you
man,
go.
Yeah.
Lots
But
of different
everybody's-
guys. All right.
It's just in the zone.
Yeah.
This is a little better.
Well, yeah. They just gotta realize they're playing a hockey game.
Wow. It took him a while against was it
Well,
Penn State 2 weeks ago.
one subplot we didn't talk about now that he's on the ice is Fantilli's playing MSU for the first
Oh, for the first time.
this season.
That is true, because he was with Team Canada for the
Yep.
first series.
So Michigan's got, in theory, their top 2 centers both available for this game for the first time against MSU.
And there's Nazar. I think that's the first time.
What's this Bedard guy doing? Like that? Like Fantilli is clearly behind him.
He's scoring a lot of
Yeah.
goals.
Ah. Just in the O, that doesn't count.
It's the dub, but yeah.
Just in the dub, that doesn't count. Everyone's like Bedard. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, so State is forechecking very heavily. They've been
I mean, not
told to have a bee in their bonnet.
Well, that's the book on Michigan. If you can push them around and
Yeah, but
Go get 'em.
Michigan State, this is kind of a sea change for Michigan State. It just in
well,
1 year.
compared to the last few years, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
This year they've been a little bit more active,
they discernibly play hockey now.
which is it's probably good for all involved. I mean, I'm never going to complain about beating up on State, but
Well, last year
mean-
was just sad. Like they had no fight in any of the. This used to be one of the biggest rivalries in college hockey.
that's true.
I remember playing Ryan Miller and thinking I was gonna die. And
Ryan
it's just like now you're just kind of annoyed whenever you lose to Michigan State.
Now all Michigan State goalies feel like that.
Well, no, because unless you.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Oh.
the fact that they've had 6 goalies on the
Ooh,
ice.
there's a look.
Oh,
There it is,
oh.
yeah. That's a nice pass. Is that TJ? That is
Yeah,
TJ.
Hughes behind
To
the
Samo.
Yep, backhand right into the circle.
And having TJ is huge because he is not getting drafted.
Wow, there were some whispers I heard
Well,
people
He's
talking.
like 21. Isn't he not eligible
He's not
anymore?
eligible.
But he could
Yeah.
sign a free agent
He
deal.
could
be a
sign a
sign
free
free
agent
agent,
deal,
yeah.
but
Didn't High Rose do that?
he's a guy who
Rossi, yeah.
you're gonna have around for probably 3 years.
Is that 5-hole?
I thought it was far side.
Let's.
Yeah, it is
blocker
far side.
Yep.
So when Samoskevich is not missing the net, I mean, it's just, and like I'm not trying to dump on him. It's just, it feels like he's always picking corners, and so he misses a lot of shots. But when he gets one on, like there's a reason his shooting percentage is something like 15.
Because it doesn't take into consideration all the shots that miss the net.
Well, yeah, but also he's just got a rocket of
Yeah.
a wrister.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the pass right there and gets that away in the blink of an eye. I mean, there's just no chance really for St. Cyr.
Well, and that's like TJ Hughes' specialty, right? It's sort of below the dots, just passing and shooting. He's not maybe the most fleet a skate.
Yeah.
But
He's
he's
got-
pretty technically sound.
He's got some sauce, yeah. Like,
Look at you dropping lingo.
yeah, totally tubular. I mean, but
Not back from when you were a child, Brian.
but he's got some dangle to his game. I think that he's a real solid player, and you always wonder when you get those guys out of the AJHL or whatever, especially when they're already 20. Like,
Well, he was such a late commit too.
well, yeah, but he's also scoring at just like an absurd rate. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you have to think that's probably coming back to earth a little bit, but I mean,
No,
in the
no, I-
second half.
I mean,
Oh, you mean when he was in
when he yeah
in
was it-
juniors?
Yeah, so
There's a pat. Oh, Hallam couldn't handle it.
like if you are scoring like a point per game in the AJHL as a 20-year-old, you're not going to be a productive college player. But if you're scoring 2,
Then
apparently,
you re-enter the conversation.
yeah.
Well, he was if I remember correctly, his team, like, weren't all of his line mates the top scorers in that league
Yeah,
too? Like,
yeah.
they were just
They had-
crazy good.
And you just wonder like who's driving.
Right.
And I think we've seen that Hughes has did quite a bit of that driving. Man, Michigan State's coach just looks like an animated character from Toy Story.
So who's the? There's a comp to him. I don't know all these people, but
What?
people post that he looks like somebody
Oh
specifically.
yeah, does he look like Mr. Bean?
Not really.
He looks like Mr. Bean, like after he kind of like fell off the wagon.
People are going to be yammering for Brian on the hockey cast from now on. Where'd that go? I didn't see that.
That went off. Yeah.
It was at side of the net. Oh,
So
now you got Hughes and Edwards.
Hughes and Edwards are out there right now.
Well, I think you might see a
They're going to call icing?
no. That's
No,
not
they
icing.
can't.
Okay. Well, I didn't see them wave it.
Well, there was a play at the line there.
Right, I saw that, but I didn't see anyone touch it.
But like as we mentioned after that Penn State comeback, it felt like Luke Hughes was out there every other shift.
Well, turns out he was.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, but I got his ice time.
you got his ice time?
Well, I have a connection.
We
and,
sniped it.
and we sniped his ice time from
Oh.
that game, and it was 31 minutes and 40
Yeah.
seconds.
And like,
But it was probably like 13 to 14 that third period.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
they need it. Here you go. So there's the Hughes not skating away from somebody.
I mean, that's what you see with like
TJ, not Luke.
elite guys in the NHL. Like defensemen
That
will play
high, though?
half the game. Yeah, it's not even that uncommon. Like Lidstrom used to do it all the time.
That's got to be icing.
And
Yeah.
it is.
Well, it kind of settled down after DZTO Fest began.
That is a blue tie from Dorado. Wow, I might even wear that tie.
Are you referencing the fact that you appear to be colorblind when you choose what you put on every day?
Well, I am colorblind.
Are you?
You didn't know that?
That explains so much.
Ah, there it is. I have to stick to colors that are bright that I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
just
you
part of
won't
the way
even
it
know that you're wearing clothes.
Right, because it's all there's no texture involved in it.
Is that?
Oh,
That's
that's
like-
close. Did he get off?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so, yeah.
I always hate it when the puck goes to the boards and then like someone's either jumping on or jumping off, and you're like, well,
Let's digress here and talk about how bad Wisconsin is at holding on to sticks.
whoa.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
that's
Loose
loose.
puck,
Good
yeah,
play.
yeah, good clear.
Was that Brindley, I think, back to the side?
Yeah.
Backhanded it out? Who's smaller? Holtz now with Hughes. So,
So they're just double shifting.
Are we
Hughes
just,
with everybody.
Oh,
Fantilli.
By
Sick.
Fantilli, get it across.
oh, Brindley can't get his stick on it.
Good defensive play.
I
Is
don't
that
think
one
I'm
of
calling.
one of the Kriegers there.
Is that a 2-on-1? I don't
think
know.
they got an interference
Yeah,
call
that's a
coming.
2
You would call that one?
Yeah.
He just beat a guy. All right.
Yeah, it's an
2-on-1.
abbreviated 2-on-1.
And then
He's got a chart, folks.
I try.
He's a 5-tool player.
Oh, he
I mean,
dropped it.
Portel's got to catch that.
Yeah.
I mean, his rebound control has always been.
Look at this.
Woo! Just went
Yikes.
right, and then he gets bashed from the back of the head.
So the penalty.
Oh, come
the
on. That's
penalty
right
was
there.
behind the play when Fantilli dragged it through that guy. There was a Michigan State player that tackled a Michigan player.
They never call that in soccer.
Advantage.
Well, you just tackle some guy off the ball, and they're like, oh, whatever. It's very annoying.
So this is power play 1.
And this is a big opportunity
Yeah.
against a team that doesn't score a whole lot.
That was sloppy.
Yeah. Truscott is, I don't know what it says. I don't get it.
That was. Oh, look at that
Oh,
pass.
snap.
There it
Scores!
is. Right down the slot.
It's going to be interesting to see where he placed that shot because
I think I heard it ring off the
it
bar.
did, yeah. That's it's pretty far out for a goalie to give that up with no proper screen. Yeah,
I mean,
look at
it's
that. Is
right-
that pop top corner.
It was right side.
I mean, St. Cyr is not big.
No,
This is a great pass from Brindley.
Like, that shot is probably
Woo,
a
right
shot
around
that
him.
Portillo stops.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just inside the post.
just by being 6'6".
I don't even know if to call that far post.
I mean, it's right in the slot. I don't even know. This.
Yeah.
so 2-0 now. But a lot of time to play in this game. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep an eye to see when Nazar's on the ice, but
That should be him.
Well,
Oh,
look at
he just
that
got
hit on.
Hit.
Well, Michigan State's come out
Look at
hitting
Edwards.
effectively
Jeez.
early in this
He's
game,
quick.
throwing the body around.
yeah, but I mean, they still don't really generate chances. They had a couple
That's-
opportunities when Michigan was coughing the puck up, but just in terms of like gaining the zone and creating something, just not a whole lot. He had that kind of drop by Portillo on a
And that
routine
was
shot.
on Nazar, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Having to learn his number.
Is it 91?
91.
91.
Remember they gave it to Tyler Shea during that
Sergei
Minnesota
Fedorov.
series? That's nice from the point.
Man, the fourth line guys on this team are just like, oh man, I get to play all the time. No such thing as a healthy scratch.
Oh, yeah. Well, they only have, like, what, 14 or 15 forwards?
Yeah.
And you get the extra skater in college hockey.
Yep.
So you're, I mean,
Well, and that's allowed Keranen to be in almost every night.
Yeah,
He's
except
become
now-
a regular defenseman now.
right. And, with everybody being injured.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, Moyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yipes.
Luke Hughes, walking zone entry. Nice
oh, look
move.
at that little move.
Is that Edwards?
No, that was Granowitz.
What? No.
It
It was Granowitz.
doubt me?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm colorblind. Maybe you're number blind.
No, I just can't pronounce things correctly
There you
after I've had them incorrect in my head ever.
Oh, he
Oh,
kind of like
little tap.
he doesn't really secure it right away. It sort of falls into his
Yeah.
equipment.
Little tap. And then he got a second one in.
Yeah.
That's,
Well,
that's good.
it's Nolan Moyle.
shithousery, Yeah.
yeah. Nolan Moyle is.
Just let him know. We're coming.
If
for
there's
you.
someone who does that to a T on this team.
We're coming for you, Samwise
Oh.
Gamgee.
All right, so we've got Pokemon references, Lord of the Rings, and wonder if someone's out there playing Brian Bingo and just like all of like
I shouldn't.
the sci-fi
I shouldn't
genres.
diss St. Cyr because he's a tiny goalie because we all respect Sean Hunwick so much.
It's true.
But
there's only one Sean Hunwick.
But I want to get my Hobbit jokes off, which I would never.
This is
ever
a
say,
3-on-2.
but-
3-on-2.
Oh,
Huh.
Portillo didn't see that. Must have gone wide.
I think it went over
So-
top.
3v2. MSU. Shot high.
We're at the halfway mark. What's the shot count? Because they're not showing it. for us.
Not no 6-3.
6-3.
Do we have anyone in chat
We're gonna update that at the
at the
commercial
at the
break.
commercial break?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it should be soon because we've hit just under 10. Ooh, Kiernan.
Oh, rebound. No.
TJ Hughes again. Dangerous spot. Side of the just inside the dot. That's a nice little pass. Oh, another nice one.
Crank it. Karen.
Kiernan.
Hughes couldn't get the one-timer off there.
TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has been sort of a theme.
They are controlling play.
Look at Brindley.
Look at Bradley just skating circles around everybody. Luca shot.
It is wild that he had one goal through like 20 games.
Brindley.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you write a piece on him, Alex?
I did, yeah.
And his shooting percentage was like negative.
It was like 2%. Yeah, I mean,
that's-
it was always going to tick up, and the goals he scored, they're legit goals. So it's not like he's, getting a bunch of lucky bounces.
so smooth.
I mean,
He's still small, and he's gonna have
Yeah.
to get a little bit.
But he's a hard
Thicker.
worker.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Oh, off
Oh.
the post. Another good pass.
Another good
Oh!
pass. Oh,
Oh!
Brindley!
There
Oh
it is.
man,
Into
That's-
the empty net.
I mean,
Sick.
he's just had St. Cyrs had no shot.
So
Well, I mean, that shift.
Michigan
they're-
State is sending guys to the blue line.
Oh, to
then-
pressure the
and then
defenseman.
Michigan is bypassing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you can skate. Who had that
So
pass?
two guys go to the defense.
That's a stopper.
Yep, nice pass.
Holy cow!
I'm gonna stop a.
But that's a nice pass.
He had 5 points in a USHL season, and one of those was a Michigan goal. I was like a little hyped about him because I saw the Michigan goal. I'm like, okay, this guy must have it. And
It's
then,
gonna be an icing.
I looked at his stats and I was like, oh, that's not what I was hoping for. Yeah, he's almost up to a point per game, and he had one goal before getting on Fantilli's line.
Well, and I did the piece this week. I think he has 12 points in 8 games since the World Juniors entering tonight. So
Oh, jeez, Ciccolini almost with a chance to Hallam. It looked like.
Oh,
Well, that's a nice play though.
tried to
I mean, there's
find
nobody there,
Hazar in
but
the
he
slot.
put it in a dangerous area.
yeah, and often in hockey, I feel like you're just trying to put it where their sticks aren't, and if there's one of your guys there, great.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of soccer, right? Is you just pass the ball into space.
You just pass the ball where it's supposed
This
to
is a
be.
kind of
And this has gotta-
but
this
they
has
came
gotta
in
be an
offsides,
offside, yeah.
So this should be our commercial break.
Well, didn't they score a goal and they didn't go to commercial?
They
Well,
don't
we
go
are
to
going to
commercial after.
after goals.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Hooray,
so
college hockey.
let's take a look at what we
Have we
got
live
in the chat.
chatters?
Well, first we had a question from Patrick Barron.
Okay.
Ask Brian, what is rock type week 2?
Oh, what is rock type week 2? I want to say grass.
I think that's right.
Ah,
Is this a Pokemon? I'm
Yeah,
I'm
this-
gonna
yeah, it's
mute all
Pokemon.
Pokemon questions at some point.
Your brother was nodding vigorously, so I'm guessing that is correct.
Let's see.
All right. While I have a commercial, I'm going to put the other game on.
We had 1.5 over under 1.5 delusional majors tonight? Question mark.
I'm going to take the under. We're already through a sixth of the game. And usually, you get one that's completely insane. And then some of them are legitimate. But I got the under on that.
How can you stream this game without paying for BTN Plus? Live in the Detroit area and have Bally Sports Detroit Extra on your cable.
I wonder if anyone watched the games when they are on Channel 50. I don't even know how to put
We
on
did.
Channel 50.
Yeah.
It's just on cable?
Yeah, it's just.
I feel like for old time's sake, you should have to watch it on an over-the-air antenna.
Let's try.
And then you should watch the new Detroit dance show on Channel 38. We should do those like a back-to-back. You guys are too young to know what the hell I'm talking about. But it was awesome. It was like Soul Train, but it was like public access Soul Train in Detroit. And I'd come home from school and I'd watch it. And the people were just dancing in their outfits. And I was like, man, it looked like they're having a good time.
So action is back now from the commercial break. David has left.
Stop talking about things.
Left the picture to put on Ohio State Notre Dame on Peacock.
Now I need to mute it.
Yeah, we don't need to. Yeah.
Listen to the elevator music on Peacock.
Peacock's got Notre Dame and it's got wrestling. So
Well, and it'll have the Big Ten soon.
if you're into things that Northern Indiana likes, get Peacock.
Whoa.
Hey, got another pile up of incompetence.
Was that they didn't call it.
No,
No,
it wasn't like
Well,
a
just
penalty. It was just two guys being like, "Warp."
Oh, that's a good pass.
Oh my God.
Shoot it. Oh, Luca.
he made the extra pass, but it.
I don't hate it,
No, I don't. But the one
but
extra.
also when you're in the slot. Oh, here's Mackey.
Good
Oh,
save. Oh, another
TJ.
chance. Oof,
this line has been their best line.
so far.
Oh, there's
Oh,
What?
Now we got an offensive zone penalty. Holding.
Holding.
this is one team is running away with this game.
Come on, man.
Who are we calling now?
Look at this guy. What's with his facial hair?
Duke is not impressed.
Let's see this. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Yeah, that was.
That's a major all the way.
Oh
That's
man.
a sell job if we've ever seen one.
That's not even a sell job.
No, it
He
wasn't
was
a
just
sell
like,
job.
it's touching me. No check sport.
It's like the Cale McCarr turned down the penalty thing. Yeah, that's basically what needed to happen. That's wide.
So
Oh, that's a good pass. Oh, we didn't
Oh,
get
he
anything
missed
on
the
it. It was
net.
wide.
Yeah, they had a
he flubbed it, yeah.
yawning cage.
Sucks to suck.
Well, we didn't get it clear yet.
No. Door work.
Good shot
block. That's Hughes.
Hughes, yep.
Luke. Don't pressure too much. Oh. There you go. Good
Now
job,
get a glare.
Fantilli, getting on the back door.
There we go.
Like, that's what you have to do. If you're going to pressure out, the guy's got to be ready because there's going to be somebody in next to the net, and the guy on the backside has to come down and clear that because otherwise that's a skate-in goal.
Well, and Hughes gets a little bit more leeway just because he's
Oh, look at Jackson Helm.
Yep, nice play.
such an amazing skater that he can commit himself and still recover. So he was able to get back in that play even after going out to the point.
That
Ice?
Well,
Goalie
Nope.
came out for it.
That's a whistle.
went out of play.
Oh.
It didn't go directly out of play.
No.
Also, that's not a penalty.
It
in
went
college.
indirectly
It's not
out
a
of play.
cut, yeah.
Yeah, it's the most
Well,
insane.
those boards are kind of short over there.
It's the most insane penalty in hockey.
What?
the one where in the NHL, if you put it out over the boards, it's a penalty.
You don't like that?
No, it should just be icing.
It should be icing, yeah.
I thought you were in for more scoring.
Well, I'm in for more scoring, but I'm not in for cheap penalties.
I thought you were in for 2 pucks.
Yeah, but just in certain situations on a full moon on a Tuesday, you have multi-puck games. People would come out. They'd be, I want to see this.
Well, once anyway.
There haven't been too many Tuesday games.
College hockey. There you
Oh,
go.
breakaway chance.
And Hughes and
Oh,
Brindley are going
come
to take
on.
each other out. Oh, and then he's taken down. Hughes is
We got the
Nothing?
weakest holding call in the
Wow.
world, and then there's 2 guys getting tripped as they try
Oh,
to
here
get
you
a
go.
breakaway.
Whoa. How do you get that one on net? Got to be careful here.
Yeah. Oh, it jumped off his stick. Freeze it.
He's got
I
it.
think he's got it.
So Michigan State is thriving when just random things are happening,
Well,
and people are running into each other, and then they get the puck in good shooting positions and nestle it gently into the pads of Eric Portillo.
yeah, they've had. I mean, Michigan's had the puck jump off their sticks a couple times, but so has State, and that was a perfect example because I thought they had a pretty decent look there.
Yeah, at least
That's out.
Oh,
Oh.
look at that hit.
TJ.
Sit down. I'm always very jealous when I see other goalies play the puck.
So that's it for the power play. It looks like.
Yes, we are 5-on-5.
Well, and that's the key to this game. You got a 3-0 lead. This isn't a big offensive team. You just want to keep them 5-on-5.
Right.
Yeah, just don't do anything stupid, and you're gonna win. Unless you get like that Wisconsin game where they're shooting in 5 goals from the point.
And that's not Philippe Lapointe. He did
Right.
not have 5 goals.
Jeez,
Man, it's been a lot of people falling down last few
that's
minutes.
what I'm saying.
Maybe the ice is slippery, guys.
No, they made it sticky. They went the other way.
That's my favorite. Oh, ice is slippery.
Jeez, there's people going down all over the place.
This is like the Ohio State game last year in Columbus, where they were basically playing in
Just
slush.
falling over.
Or Western did that too, didn't they?
Yep.
Turn it into like a slush pond. Oh, nice play by Nazer. Ooh.
What's the shot count at now?
Shot count is 13-6.
Yeah.
So that power play didn't exactly help them in terms of shots. Did give them a couple of scoring chances. We don't have that data, unfortunately. Nice play. Oh. Oh. Is that Holtz? I think so. Just couldn't hold it in.
Hockey should not have offside.
Okay, Craig. This is.
We should get a counter
No.
on how many
I
times
thought I
say
didn't think
that.
Craig was going to be on tonight, but apparently he's manifesting himself.
No, this
in
is not a
Brian.
Craig thing. man.
Oh,
This
it's
is a
definitely a
long-
Craig thing.
This is a long-term
It's definitely a Craig thing.
project. Offsides.
Long-term project.
Yeah, I'm infecting the consciousness of America with the idea that
Our
hockey
7
offsides
viewers.
Look
is,
at that.
Yeah, well,
A
I
lot of
mean,
freshmen,
okay, this
I
is
admit TJ uses 20
freshman scoring leaders among top 11 in Big Ten. What's
I don't know.
So
I
it's
mean,
7 of the top 11 are playing in this game.
right? And 5 of them play for Michigan.
well, Michigan also has no juniors or seniors.
They got Nolan Moyle.
It's true.
So the other 4 that aren't
Scoring.
in this game are what? Snuggerud,
Cooley.
Cooley, Stephen Halliday from Ohio State. Who else? One more?
In the Big Ten.
Strammel?
No,
No.
Penn State doesn't have a freshman, do they?
I don't think so. Their whole team was
I
Confederate
mean, it
guys.
could. Oh boy. Well, Portillo. Okay, I don't know where he went there, but he was out of the crease.
Yeah, I mean
So-
that's just
So that
Yeah, that's not great.
He makes a lot of saves, but the goals he gives, are they calling this back? Because
I think they waved it off.
For
Goaltender
Tender
interference.
interference.
oh, that's why he was down and out, maybe.
No goal.
Oh, and Naruto doesn't even have to challenge.
Well, we'll see if Mr. Nightingale challenges.
Dr. Bean is upset. That's like, you know,
It's not him. It's somebody else.
Okay,
I
let's
don't know
take
who
a
it
look
is.
at this.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Like he turns him. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess so.
Well, so he gets hit by, who is that first?
20.
Lapointe, but then he gets
Lapointe.
just bowled over.
And then twisted by
oh, yeah, he's kind of like his
Muka?
back.
His back skate like ends up going back, so he ends up twisting unnaturally. Are they going to challenge this now?
They can challenge. I mean, why not?
they just lose their timeout.
You don't get a penalty like in the NHL, so.
You do the second time.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't really know what the case would
I
be
mean,
here beyond.
There's like they made the call on the ice. They
So in the NHL, they probably call 2 goaltender interferences. Is in college hockey, is it just as sensitive, like around hitting a goalie? Because in the NHL, that's not even a contest.
No,
like he's
the
he's
NHL
making even just slight contact.
Yeah, the
Also,
NHL,
that
there's no question.
Yeah, but in college hockey,
I don't know the exact college hockey goaltender interference rule book. I mean, Portillo is kind of selling it a little bit there.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he's selling it. Like
Well, he's kind of like got the side trapped and.
but his stick is trapped by the other player. So like he's trying to get there, but he like see his stick is so
Yeah.
he
to
drops
drop
his
it.
stick. He does not. Yeah, he does not have his stick. Something that
Here's
Oh,
what
here
they
we
say.
go. It's not even stands.
Yeah,
That's
that's a bit of a slap.
he's like, well, I need this goal, guys.
Call in the eyes is confirmed. He really was like, I need this goal.
I really need this goal.
I mean, there's just not really much of a case there. You have
Well,
contact to the goaltender.
yeah, I
he's
mean-
on the edge of his crease. The contact's extended, and then it
You'd have to
results in his ability to play the puck.
You'd have to see that he got checked in. That
Yep.
would be the only way you would overturn that. All right, I will withdraw my Portillo slander.
Okay, for now.
For now, I mean, he does give up some just crazy goals. I mean, he's good
Yeah.
first shot stopper, but
Oh,
907 is not elite.
no.
Cruz Lucius.
It's a 2-on-1, but Hughes gets a breakup.
Yep.
So 2-on-1 for Michigan State.
So Cruz Lucius plays for Wisconsin.
Johnson, yeah.
His
Oh.
brother plays for Minnesota.
For
What are you doing? That was
I
such
think
a
he's
Quinn
gone
pass.
to the AHL now.
Okay.
And really well played from Luca.
Well, I'm just gotta make sure that those hands don't come up.
Freeze the puck.
His stick is somehow now in the corner again.
See, it's just what I'm saying. He's big, but you know, he leaves some things to be desired. That's ice.
That's probably going to be icing. Yeah.
It's always the most annoying icing. The one where they're
The one
like
they're 2
right
feet.
at the line, and then they're like.
So do you think
never
there should be leeway? Are you a fan of leeway?
mind." leeway?
Like you're
look at
close
that.
enough to the line.
Oh no! I mean,
You got to get the line.
I do think that if you're making a legitimate attempt to make a pass, that they should wave that off.
A
That's what-
pass?
Yeah, if you're trying to pass it to a teammate and your teammate misses it, that shouldn't be icing. Icing
Okay.
should only be like deliberately chucking the puck down the ice.
Okay.
They wave that stuff off in the Olympics, and I think that improves the game. But I'm just opposed to all stoppages. I also think that if the puck goes off the netting, you should just keep playing. It's like,
No.
what do you mean? Why not? Like it goes off
How
the
do you-
glass, you keep
'Cause we
playing.
don't. Hockey already has enough randomness.
No, I mean it's no different than if it goes off the glass.
Well, that'll do it for the first period.
Thank you for keeping us focused.
It is a 3-0 Michigan advantage.
So you had some defensive zone turnovers to start off, and then you had Michigan
Really take control.
creating offense in the offensive zone, not necessarily even off the rush, because Michigan State was trying to play hockey, but they don't know yet how to play hockey. So they're trying to pressure the point, and they got two guys going to the point, and just repeatedly you see Michigan slip past those two guys, and then they'd have an advantage down low.
Yep, and that's the difference Michigan has in their mobility around the corners on their edges, and then the hands, really.
Yeah, and I think you made a really good point about, was it the second goal, the one that Brindley assisted?
That was the
Third goal?
Yeah.
So,
No, the one that Brindley assisted?
Yeah.
Brindley shot the third one.
yeah, Brindley's
Yeah, the
had
one
a-
where he set up Fantilli coming down the side.
Sure.
Yeah, on the power play.
So, I mean, we saw that a couple of weeks ago when there was those back-to-back goals where one was Fantilli feeding Brindley and the other one was the other way around. And Brindley had a forest of sticks to get through, but he's able to reposition his stick at the last minute, use his skates to change the angle and get it across for a slam dunk to Fantilli. And that's the kind of skill that, I mean, TJ Hensick used to be able to do that. Like,
And
it's
you're
been
pulling out
it's been a
all
minute.
of those guys.
Well, I mean, TJ Hensick's a pretty
He's
good comp. I mean, Hensick was more of a
puck
hands-
possessor.
Yeah, he's just completely crazy with the puck on his stick, but Brindley is much faster.
Yeah. No, Hensick was not fast. That's
No, Hensick topped out as an AHLer because he didn't have NHL skating.
You know, he's still playing.
Yeah, I expect he's still playing.
I mean, he's like my age. I think he's actually my age, so he's like 38.
Well,
And still playing in the AHL. I mean, he's just had like a full-on minor league career.
yeah, I mean, it's not. They make decent money, don't they?
Alex.
AHL?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think decent. I don't know the exact salaries. It's not minor league baseball.
Should we do a live chat update?
Yep.
What do you
that's
got for
what
us?
we have. So, from our good friend Alejandro of 24/7, he asks, "Where did you get the Big Ten championship towels that are in the
We
background?"
got them at MDen.
MDen. Okay.
MDen, which is not a sponsor, so do not purchase anything from MDen.
Well, they're
You
not an
should-
anti-sponsor.
Go to Underground Printing. Dave.
Sorry. Waiting for my check.
Okay, let's
All right,
see.
so that's
other
all-
reviews. I was told Peyton and Eli would be on this live stream. False advertising.
Well, there are two brothers in the room, so we get half
Yeah.
points.
Peyton and Eli.
Um,
Those people don't even sound real. They sound made up.
Peacock lost something like $900 million in 2022.
Okay.
Is this a financial
All right.
show that we're having?
Reviews have started. Now the fun begins.
Okay.
Absolutely love this, guys.
Yeah? Who said that?
Was it my mom?
Scott Spooner.
Oh, he's the
He's
PA
the
guy.
PA guy, yeah.
Yeah, yes. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
Another person says, also not able to stream the game currently, but this is a pretty cool concept. Thanks for doing this, fellas.
Self 5.
Craig would like some Nazar impressions. We haven't really seen. It takes
Craig just handing in
yeah. It takes me a while.
notes like on a news broadcast where you're like,
It takes me like 6, 8, 10 games before I really get an impression of most guys. Just because
Yeah.
you're not on the ice very much. Sometimes you don't have the puck. We saw him get lit up.
he did get
He
lit
had
up.
one skill play at in the middle of the ice that I thought was encouraging. But
Yeah, he had a kind of rotating skating move where he goes sort of from skating backwards and forwards and makes a nice pass. But he hasn't really done anything that's of note yet.
yeah, it hasn't really popped up.
No.
yet. Yeah, there he's getting lit up right there on the.
He's also, on the third line. And the top
So,
two lines have been pretty
Dakota
explosive.
Joshua went to Ohio State.
That is true. He's in the NHL.
So we
Canucks?
took-
Jagger Joshua went to Michigan State.
Correct.
So we talked about this on a show, remember? Hockey Cast
Vaguely.
last year. Sets of brothers who played for Ohio State and at Michigan State.
There's
It's-
multiple
well,
ones
in different sports.
Oh,
There's the Joshuas.
okay.
Yeah.
There's the Arns.
Oh yeah.
And there's the Haywards. One played for
Oh, yeah.
Ohio
One's a
State and
defensive end, the
and
other's
they
like
have
a
the
fullback.
fullback tight end guy.
Yeah.
So
Michigan State.
those are just families where the important thing is we hate
You
Michigan.
just hate Michigan?
Yeah.
That's like, we don't really care about anything else. So
Well, I think they were all during the D'Antonio era, weren't they? Or maybe the Michigan
Haywards?
State Hayward wasn't.
He was like late D'Antonio
Okay.
because he graduated like last year, right?
Did they have other siblings? I just want to know what Dakota and Jagger's siblings are named.
Like what their sister's name is?
I can look it up.
Because I like
Are we done with the?
Jagger is this like meathead alliteration name, and then Dakota is like, ooh, that's
Meathead.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
think of Mick Jagger?
Jagger. What is that? It sounds like you're the hero of Duke Nukem remakes or something. I'm Jagger and I've got 17 guns. What?
Anyway.
I'm looking up.
you're looking
Dakota
that up?
Joshua. He's had a decent season for the Canucks.
Was he a high draft pick?
No.
No. Or was that weird era when
John Legend says Brian's non-reaction to the goal cracked me up. So we're looking for
I gotta
a little
keep
more.
I went, yeah. I went like,
did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So fist
Like,
pumps.
ugh. I
All right.
thought so. I mean,
And Michigan hockey's future, which is a great
Account
account because
they're
they
up
tweet.
to 900 followers.
They tweet about, or he or they, I don't even know.
Whatever.
it is, tweets about all. Is it just Michigan hockey commits, or is it people that
No,
Michigan's looking at?
he's usually ahead of the curve in terms of like the people who he's highlighting are recruits Michigan is going after.
Okay.
So I remember, like on his feed, he was talking about I think it's Haig for a while,
Yeah.
and also Mikey Birchhill before those guys actually committed. So I think he's got some kind of in where he's aware of the guys that Michigan's going after, and he highlights their performances.
It doesn't look like there are other siblings in the Joshua family.
Okay, so we just got to find the dad and be like, okay, what was Plan B?
The mother's name is Julie,
Julie.
but it's spelled Jullee.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Now we're.
Jagger and Julie.
Um,
was that? It was the movie of.
we're also being told that our volume is low,
Okay,
so we should probably raise it a little bit.
sure. Let's maybe turn these up a little bit.
Oh, we're using the new board.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because we have.
We
Wow.
got all kinds of stuff going on. There's so many buttons.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
it's the same. It's just wider.
Yeah. That's what.
took us.
That right.
We had to wrestle with
I need
it for about
I need
30
a
minutes.
mute
to-
button from here for
Yeah.
Brian. From time
What?
to
Come
time.
on. I gotta lighten the mood. You guys are all like serious. You're all. You're
Neither of
always
us
like,
joke around ever.
You don't. You're all like, oh, gotta talk about
Oh.
serious things.
I could just give you a series of puns.
don't. Nah.
We've got a lot more comments coming in.
Oh, here we go. it's,
As you
it's,
as you
it's
said
getting
that with
lit.
trepidation.
Alejandro replied, "UGP it is."
Thank you.
Um,
We're gonna have a talk. Gonna get a call from Rishi. He's gonna sound like the he's gonna be
I am in if he's watching
he's
this.
gonna be like mad like the guy in the Jimmy John's commercials. Like, no, you talk about the other store. I hate it. That's what he sounds like.
I hope someone out there is clipping that and sending it to me. If you have that ability and you can clip that and send it to me, I will be eternally grateful.
Mark says, "I've been excited to see Nazar play since he scored 2 against us when he was on the U18s."
Yeah, I mean, I do remember that game because he, when they play the national team, it's a very interesting experience for me because they basically ignore Michigan, and I just watch the guys who they have coming in, which
Right.
is why this year's was the worst.
Well, because their one commit was scratched.
Yes, didn't play.
JWG Wolverine says, "Thanks for doing this, guys. Current Children of Yost and longtime HockeyCast listener."
All right.
Notre Dame almost scored on the power play, but I think they hit the post.
Yeah, so they're halfway through their first on a power play now.
Do
Continue,
we have
Alex,
a
sorry.
do we have a rooting interest here?
Yes, we've talked about this. I think
We're for Notre Dame.
yeah.
I don't know what you're for, but we're for Notre Dame.
Why?
Why? Because Ohio State and Michigan are tied in games and points. Notre Dame is,
Is way
Oh.
down.
I believe, 4 points behind.
Oh, just in terms
Also,
of
Big Ten standings.
Big Ten standing.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Also, Michigan has Notre Dame at home for their 2 games left.
Okay.
So
David Weebs says, "This is great, guys. I would tune into this for any hockey or football game."
they're
Football,
going for football.
never
We've already talked about.
Never
My
happening.
thought was, all right, hockey we could do this from time to time.
I mean,
Basketball, I think,
we could,
depending
we
on.
could do a MAC game, but
We could
those are always at home.
You mean football?
Yeah.
Oh, football. I think the viewers would be off the charts, but I don't think that would be safe for
No.
any of us.
Children, adults,
Oh man.
policemen, just everybody would be like, "Oh, this was a terrible idea."
Yeah. So football's probably out.
Zach Norman says, "So how long until you do this for football games?"
Ah.
Probably never.
I'd
Probably
like some deep
never.
analysis that doesn't require me explaining RG3's jokes to my children.
Well, you shouldn't explain those to your children anyway. You should be muting if RG3 and Mark Jones are doing the game.
Well, yeah, I haven't got to that point where it's like, "Oh, there's an orange in the end zone," and feel like it was like, well, like
But-
ugh.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
Alejandro got the clip.
Good.
Yes. Woo! Anything can happen for the rest of this game, and it's been a success.
Okay. This is what happens when you're like, "Hey, we gotta talk for like 3 straight hours."
So, like a radio show.
You're gonna get some junk in there. No, because like Sam's a professional. I'm just this guy. Like, Sam's like, "I can do this." Wolverines taste like chicken. The sign says.
Is that Sparty that's eating?
Yes.
But Michigan doesn't even have a mascot, so
The only funny thing that Michigan State has ever done is they created a fake Michigan mascot for one of their home games and just had it wander around the sidelines doing mascot things.
that's actually kind of funny.
It looked almost plausible and also horrible. And I have to give whoever came up with that idea all the respect in the world. It was a beautiful bit of trolling. And then Dave Brandon's like, "Hey, that's a good idea."
I'll put a noodle out in front.
Noodle.
The one of the best signs I'd ever seen was at a Michigan State hockey game where they said, "In Poland they tell Ann Arbor jokes." And I thought that was funny. Wow.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nobody laughed.
Well,
it's a tough room.
I'm thinking.
Trying to. Oh, that's Hughes just
Jeez.
fell down. Was he taken down?
Well, not really.
And I think that was saved by Portillo.
Yeah, we got our DZTO
There it is.
to open the period.
That's two for 2.
2 for 2. Just like, whoops, we're playing hockey again.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, kick save. That was a stoppa too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
That pass, 2 passes there.
Yeah, oh my God, you can't break these guys up.
Brindley and Fantilli?
Yeah.
No, they're going to be playing together. Maybe even next year.
Yeah.
They had the blocker?
Yeah, that's
I
a
hit the blocker.
that's a good point because the defenseman in the corner there tries to go between the legs on his pass. I don't know why you're doing that in the defensive zone. Oh, wraparound. Oh.
Wraparounds never work. Except Mark Mink in the NCAA tournament.
Uh-oh. Edwards just fell down. This is a 2-on-1.
no.
Not
Sam
really.
Iskevich got back. There's a guy in the net.
Yeah.
Net's not off, no.
They need to get these pipes in Minnesota's rink.
Just like cemented in.
Yeah.
Nate Wells was talking about it last year about how this just always happens at Minnesota. But it was only the one end this year that I
Yeah.
remember. Everything, it was like 3 times on the one end and none on the other one. Oh, that's a bad clearance.
All right, this is pretty sloppy from Michigan to
Yeah.
start off right
Yeah.
here.
State's coming out a little bit fired up, and they need to because
Yeah. But
they kind of got
You
worked.
I mean, you just can't give away chances to this game because to this team because they're
Oh.
themselves.
He's like lunging and then falling.
He's a big man. He's an ox driving man.
An ox driving man.
Yeah, he's
Like in Oregon Trail?
he's Paul Bunyan.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Paul Bunyan are goaltenders. He's got a cow.
Oh, now
So
they're
we got
going to
a
get a penalty
penalty
on
on
Luca.
Fantilli for a hook.
You think that Estapa just goes to the box anyway?
He's like, oh, it's me, guys.
Yeah, he's like, oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
So Michigan's up 3-0. They've outshot Michigan State 2-1 basically, and this is the second power play for Michigan State against none for Michigan.
No, they scored on one.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
got
Never
the
mind.
one power
All right.
play goal.
That really bothered me last week against Wisconsin because Wisconsin was committing all sorts of kind of half penalties, and eventually you usually get called, but Michigan's dominating the game.
Well,
and just not seeing it show up.
Wisconsin was called for a lot of penalties.
Well, I mean, kind of both ways, but there was just a lot of kind of interference type things that were getting let go, and then
It's a good breakup there.
So, do either of you guys have like the story behind the new power play zone entry tactic?
The slingshot?
Is that where you
I mean,
pass it back
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
you?
and that's been going for a while.
Well, it started like 5 years ago, I
At
wanna
least,
say.
yeah.
And it just kind of seemed to come out of nowhere, and then everybody was doing it.
Well, if you have a guy that's really fast that
Yep.
can control the puck, there's just nothing you can do.
Has anyone done like an origin story on that with the Athletic or
The
something?
original one,
Just
well,
like
how it
like
started.
Someone started doing
So
that.
Michigan started using 2 guys on that.
look
Oh,
at
look at
this.
this. Is
Alum.
just take a shot there.
Whoa!
Almost.
Eh.
Well, they got Nazer on the penalty kill. 'cause
Oh, they do.
There he is right there.
Is he another speed demon?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
That is the major strength of his game.
he fits. Wow. Finished the check too.
Now, he was one of those guys that there were some people that had him top 5 on their boards, and other people
Oh.
had him much lower.
Oh.
Catch the puck.
For real. Oh, and you gotta
Oh my-
freeze it, dude.
jeez.
Oh.
With
Yeah.
Ooh,
Come on,
you
guys.
could see that coming.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, that's
Need to get it settled down a little bit. The puck's
Dur, dur,
hopping right here,
dur.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, there it is.
No, I didn't.
One-on-one.
yeah, 1 versus like 4.
You just didn't have the steam.
Nope. Who's he with? Samo?
You got Hughes, Samo, Fantilli.
Well, they're now back to even strength.
Okay.
It's a hell of a penalty
Here comes
kill.
Luke out of the box. Oh, right around him. Oh, man, that's
Just
such a
couldn't
move
tuck
from
it in.
Mackey.
Yeah.
It does kind of feel like Michigan State's probably going to score here because Michigan has been
Well, Michigan needs to wrestle.
running around. their
Momentum
own
back.
zone,
Right.
yeah.
They need to start to control the puck
They
again.
just need to have some boring shifts.
Win some battles.
Yep.
But a nice self-clear.
Well, you're back
from
to
Michigan
5 on
State.
5 now. You're just trying to find your legs.
Yeah, and you
Get going here in the period.
just get your right lines on that you want. This should be icing.
Apparently not.
Oh, Portillo's calling it. But in and around and out, that's good.
Moyle, if he can. Oh,
No.
he had the point charging down the middle
Oh,
there.
he's
Alex getting his hopes up.
Moyle's like, I saw Sam Miscavige do this. I can probably
Oh,
do it.
jeez.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was a defensive lapse.
I mean, this is just what happens to them. They get up 3-0. They kind of feel like, okay, game's over, and then it's not. Like,
Well, so the first guy is taken decently well. Is that Shouty?
yeah.
Okay. So. Okay.
So
So you
this
get to
is-
cross ice. Luca's there in decent position, but the puck
I mean,
goes
that's
through him,
fine.
and nobody
It's-
picks
it's
up 13.
Lapointe.
It's Lapointe. Lapointe just goes to the guy in the corner instead of taking the guy that's dropping back
Yeah.
for the shot.
I mean, you'd like Luca Fantilli to do something, on the pass, but
Yeah.
at the very least, you
I
got to
mean-
have coverage in front.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan's kind of on their heels here, just not very aggressive in the defensive zone. A little chagrined by the way this is going, it seems. I mean, this is a situation where, like, if I'm Narado, I'm thinking about taking my timeout.
No.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
He's got to challenge something later.
I mean, he does have to. That's actually a good point. Like when
That's
now
sort of
it's
a joke.
now it's like a 50% shot at a majors instead of just like.
I mean, I think that Luca played that fine. You, like Alex said, you don't really want the pass to get through. You would like to be able to get your stick or skate on it. But I mean, PLP's got to take his guy and not go flying to the corner too.
Yeah.
Luca wasn't in danger of losing his man.
No, I mean that's a fairly
Ugh.
Jeez.
Like, come on, Stoppa.
That's
there
a
you go.
fairly harmless mistake for Fantilli, and then a very very bad one for LaPointe.
Well, now they just can't even get the puck.
Yeah.
Well, let's think about MSUs. They're going to place pressure on you. And so if there are periods where you're just not as sharp, causes problems.
All right, they got
Everybody's just so
they got a
Save.
2-on-1.
people are just standing around.
Yeah, I mean, this got Luke Hughes by himself in
out.
the corner against two Michigan State
Right,
players.
and you got four guys like standing in the slot.
yeah.
Like, somebody can go to the corner. You don't need. Here's Brindley with some speed. He'll get out. Good pass to Fantilli. Return.
Brindley gets behind the net.
Oh, somebody
wow.
got crunched.
Jesus.
Is that Brindley?
Yep, and Joshua.
Brindley just got
He got
dump trucked.
crunched into the boards. How is that not a call?
Well, he's ready
Whoa.
to fight somebody. That's Jagger Joshua. Brindley's ready to go.
All right,
So,
I
but this
thi-
is stupid now because like,
I think I saw a boarding gesture from the official.
but now it's gonna be evened out.
Yeah, Brindley's going crazy. They're trying to get him in the box.
Is this where you use your timeout and challenge for
Yes.
a major? He's like, what?
What? Almost killed a man.
I don't know.
That's not 5, but it's
No,
a
it's-
penalty.
It is a
I
penalty.
mean,
Is
Yeah,
that boarding?
It's boarding.
Okay.
Maybe.
Alex doesn't believe in penalties unless there's blood.
Okay, so they didn't get any.
So nobody. So that hit was fine
That
in-
is fine.
in theory, and now we just have a bunch of after the whistle stuff. So we're gonna have 4v4.
And now Brandon Narado is like, this is a dangerous play. I get majors on my players for lightly grazing a helmet. And that's a major. Like, you're supposed to protect players, and they just don't do it. Instead,
Well-
they make up a lot of bullshit penalties, and then the actual dangerous stuff gets let go.
And we have the
Welcome to
4-on-4.
college hockey. Oh, that was a little dangerous, but Hughes made the nice play.
Iron D
Oh,
trophy.
no.
Do you think they did that on purpose?
Yeah, they wanted to trigger you.
No, I just like, do you think they named the trophy like, okay, we need to make this sexy?
What was that for?
Notre Dame is taking a 1-0 lead on Ohio State.
Yep. That period. Oh, good play there
play.
by Luke.
Now you got a chance
Now you
to
got to
skate
rush if
3
you
on 2.
get it. Yep, 3-on-2. Oh,
Oh.
they couldn't get on it. All right, 3-on-2 for Michigan.
Does that count on 4-on-4?
Oh, yeah. And now they're calling this? Is that Nazer?
Yep. Yeah,
That's a trip.
that looks like it's Hallam, not Nazer.
Yep, that is Hallam. And now the penalty fest begins.
Well,
So that's power play 3 for Michigan State.
Naruto is dropping F-bombs.
We had a relatively clean first period. What, 1 penalty on each team, and it is slowed
Well, what
down
you're
a little
having
bit
is,
here.
I mean, again, MSU, they place pressure on you. They like to hit. I mean, Joshua in particular is just a freight train. And you got a young team that right now is a little vulnerable to getting riled up.
He hasn't found a puck in his life. Where is it? Does he still have it? Okay.
And that one never got through to Portillo.
No. So that's not on him. He's actually kind of lucky it fell at his feet. Oh,
whoa,
we
whoa,
call
whoa, whoa.
that. There it
Okay.
is. They got it.
So now we're going to get 3 on
3 on
3.
Is that? Did they do that? I thought they went back to 4 on 4. I didn't think you could have 3 on 3 in regulation. Lettuce Raff.
Do you think they'll you can get to 2 on 2 at some point?
No,
All right.
you cannot. I watched the CCH in the 90s. I know these things.
So that power play lasted for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
21 seconds.
Yep.
Is that what it was?
It was 58.
I'm going to have to do some.
3 on 3. Luke Hughes time.
These guys are shaking their heads.
He's shaking their heads.
All right, so 3 on 3 for 37 seconds. Then Michigan's
Samoskevich, Fantilli, and Hughes.
got to be Hughes. Yeah, win this. They had Samo take it.
I mean, that's okay. You just got to don't overextend yourself here in the 3 on 3.
I mean, if you're
I mean, it's 3 on 3. It's not actually hockey.
right, but Luke Hughes just kind of gets
Yeah, he's just standing there.
yeah, just standing there is a great way to sum that up.
Oh, God.
Michigan is being
Whoa, whoa.
State takes a shot on their own net.
And got the who was the guy? Ricky Davis, who once
And this
boy.
is going to be a 3 on 1. So Hughes is back. We don't have to. I'm not counting 3 on 3.
Well, now you got to skate the other way.
Go. Well, now we're 4 on 4. Somehow more people just appeared. Yeah, I don't do 3 on 3 odd man rushes. Because
That was exactly my point about the 3 on 3 is that you end up getting 2 guys trapped and
Right.
then you get in real trouble.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why you don't take a shot unless it's like an A+ chance.
Well, they weren't shot at, we're just forechecking.
Oh, lucky that gets out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
they really gotta.
This is very
This is
weird.
This is some wild, wild west here. Good play, Karen.
I mean, now you just skate this out. You're going to get a power play.
Yeah.
Correct. There's no reason to play 4 on 4 here. Or you could just dump it in and give them the puck back.
Yeah, just double.
Oh!
Jesus!
And then he gets fallen on by 2 more Spartans. Is that Ethan Edwards? I
Yeah.
think Ethan Edwards just killed a man.
And the hand didn't go up. You don't see.
Yeah, I was waiting for that to be like, well, you're actually going straight to the electric chair. We're just skipping the whole penalty process. Oh, man. Is that it? I mean, I don't know what a
He's
call
not-
is anymore.
He's not striding into him, so it's not charging.
No.
I mean,
It's
definitely.
not-
Did he hit him in the head?
It's not boarding.
It's not a call in the NHL. I know that. I don't know.
Yeah, but college hockey makes up hit calls every week.
Well, that's
Alex.
the point. I'm not here to say what they're going to make. It looks like he's to the shoulders.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Indirect contact to the head. Didn't we get a penalty for that? Like, Truscott
says
is a horse girl?
Truscott is a horse girl.
That's what the
Is
sign.
that a pun?
That's what it says. I
So
cannot fathom what that could possibly mean.
Alex has no idea.
So I think that with this one in particular, is what we said a few weeks back when we were talking about all the majors and stuff. You know, Edwards, you got to tell him whether this is going to be one or not. Like,
It's not worth
The-
it.
it's
No.
not worth it. This
No.
is the way they set up the rules here. Like, if you want to play that way in the NHL, go ahead. You want to play that way in the AHL, go ahead. But the way they have the rules in this league, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be doing that, especially in the 4-on-4.
Like they did make a call on the ice. So, but I mean, we've seen Nolan Moyle get a penalty for missing a check
Well, that was at least just 2
that
minutes.
they reviewed, and then they said it was indirect contact to the head, which is like, no, it wasn't. So
It wasn't?
no,
Okay.
you know, what is indirect contact to the head?
I think it's like when you'd like hit someone and slide up and hit their head. Where the first contact is not with the head.
I think we just need to be more okay with hockey players being hit in the head.
Wow. Alex, you've multiplied into 2 people.
Like, it's hockey. Sometimes people get hit in the head.
I mean, that's also sports, right? Like,
Right. Like, football does a good job of this. Like, targeting gives you some leeway, right?
I mean, what this review is
This guy was hurt, so we're going to look at it.
yes. What this review is, that was a scary thing we just watched. So now we have to,
So you think they'll call it?
I don't know, but if they
We
do,
haven't
that would be the rationale. There's no
We haven't
angle to
seen
say
the
that there's any
angle.
direct head contact,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's just this
And
is
he
what
doesn't-
it is. It's spin the wheel and find out.
He doesn't come in with his elbow high. Or
No,
something.
There's nothing here. I mean, there's not.
Well, we don't trust the long blonde hair guy anyway. Isn't that right? I mean, people comment about him.
Well, I think they're all equally horrible, but I think they're all being told to be equally horrible. Like, I don't think they have any discretion in these matters. They just got to make the shitty calls. God damn it. You got to be kidding
In a
me.
game? Do you say game?
Yep.
You didn't even call that on the ice.
No.
I mean, so here's the thing.
God damn it.
Under the way this rule is enforced, that hit is going to be a major most times. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It
It's-
does not matter. They
it's
do not
insane.
want. They
You're
do
right.
not want Ethan Edwards to make that hit. They don't. Doesn't really matter
Both-
where he hits him, what he does. They do not want that play to exist.
Both of what you're saying is correct. It probably is insane,
This is insane.
but it's also what like
And
you just don't get to go for big
I don't-
hits.
I
no,
don't even
you do
see
not
there's
get to
any-
do. You do not get to do that.
Right. And that's just the way it is.
This is ridiculous. I mean, that's a clean hit. That is a clean hit. He decleats the guy. That's a clean hit. And he gets a game for that.
Yep. I mean, we can't go a weekend without getting one, whether it's like fair or not.
But this is something that needs to be coached out of these players, and Ethan Edwards in particular. I hate these
so wait a minute.
these
I don't
rules.
think
So
you
we have
can-
4-on. No, this isn't 4-on-4.
It is.
Okay, because Hallam just came back.
Yep.
I don't think you can coach a lot of these majors out of the game. Because
Well-
it's just
Some
like,
of them are more obscure, but that is Ethan Edwards consciously saying, "I'm going to crush this guy." And what Brandon Naurato has
How
to
is
tell
his
his
stick going
players
again?
is, "We're not going to be crushing guys because they don't want us to do that."
Well, not that they don't want us to do that, but because you will
Well,
get
we
ejected.
saw a hit on Gavin Brindley that was just as violent,
Sure.
Yeah.
and they didn't call anything.
Right. Well, you're expecting like fair whistles. That was what one of the points I was going to bring up is like before we start this broadcast is who's expecting a fair whistle? Like I've watched too many of these games for a few years now. It's just not going to happen. Whoa. Oh boy. Phew. That was a deflection off of somebody, it looks like, into the crowd.
I mean, eventually, sort of the rules change, right? And this is the way they've rigged the rule book. And you got to figure out a way to get your guys to adjust.
I think it's ridiculous.
Well,
Like, just
Again.
declare it women's hockey. It's no check. At
That's
this point.
that was what I said.
that
on
was
the
that
hockey
was
cast.
yeah, that's
Yep.
what
Like,
Alex brought
If
up.
we want this to be the way they're refereeing it, then play no check hockey. That's the way it should be.
See, there's
but
the double slingshot. Nope, get there, person. Just get rid of it. Okay.
Yep, good play.
Probably shouldn't have gone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He just hit his own guy on a clear, or the... That's
Oh, boy.
that's okay.
Now just shoot it. Yeah, boy.
And Hughes throws it right. Oh,
Oh, whoa, whoa,
Oh.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
that's the referee.
There's a penalty.
They call it
Yep.
on the ref? Man, this is like last week. I don't even know how many penalties there are anymore, or like how many power plays there have been.
No, yeah.
That
it's
is a
a
penalty.
strip, yeah,
That's a trip on 11.
on 11.
If someone has a line chart, that's 11. Oh, I might have.
Well, that is what you would call
Davidson.
a nice gift.
I mean, that's a trip. That's as much of a trip.
Right,
as
no,
the
I'm not saying a
Howland penalty.
referee trip. I gift. I said a
Okay.
MSU gift.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he might have been gone on a breakaway if he
Yep.
didn't do that. So
No, it's a reasonable penalty. I mean, the only thing standing between him was the referee.
yeah,
He was going to have to.
that was going to be the thing that stopped that.
Can you get a 5-minute major for checking the referee?
Let's find out. Someone expendable.
At
Like,
the end of that
I
Wisconsin
was
game
thinking
last
like
week,
you know
yeah.
when Ohio State was out shooting Michigan like 35-7. If I was a fourth liner, I'd be like, I'm gonna run the goalie.
Just doing it. Just teeing him up.
I'm gonna have the most egregious, like it's the meme of from Glee, where I'm gonna make an environment so
Yeah,
hostile.
yeah.
I'm gonna commit a penalty so egregious. Wake him up.
He's speaking your language with memes.
I know.
Get a game DQ.
Well, the live chat's been lighting up. Let's
Oh.
take a look at
Should
what.
we
I'm
look back at
sure
this?
it has after
I'm
that.
sure.
It's just incredibly frustrating.
They want more time checks. To see when
Oh.
we're synced up with the games. We'll do that in a minute.
All right. Well, we are currently watching a Menards commercial.
No, this is pizza. Oh yeah,
It is
is.
Menards.
What was the pizza?
Worst
They serve
refs.
pizza? Okay.
Worst refs. Big Ten or old CCHA?
The same.
No, I liked Steve Piotrowski.
You would remember him, Craig.
And he was good. I remember I went to.
What do you think of Jim Burr?
I went to a Michigan State game at the old Joe, and I saw Piotrowski. I was like, oh, thank God. And like the Shigoses were not.
There's plural of them?
There was Duke and there was. I'm gonna say Luke, even though that's wrong.
I hope it was Duke and Luke.
Yeah, there are two of them.
Do we have other comments
So,
that need to
so
be read?
Edwards is Cronwall, but fast.
And playing college hockey instead of...
Every time we hit anyone, it's the dumbest rule in hockey.
It's unbelievable.
NCAA hockey is so soft.
SAWFT?
I rescind my question. The answer is Big Ten refs.
Ooh, Luke Hughes.
So we
That's
just
in the... It's
we-
in nothing.
we just returned to the action. 8:33 remaining.
All right, 29, 28, 27, 26.
That'll do.
Oh, good shot block there
Yep.
from MSU.
So he's down. He
Whoa,
can't
Steve
move.
Holtz had it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holtz,
boy.
Holtz
Yeah.
does not need to get stranded out there.
Man, watching
at that.
St.
Oh.
Cyr is like very much Hunwick vibes because he comes so far out.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to, yeah, I know, but he has
Luke.
that ability.
Somebody get free.
Oh, what a
Oh,
pass.
Nazer. That was
Yeah.
Nazer. He was, but he was in the slot. Just couldn't stay on his skates.
I think the puck hopped up on
Did
him.
it? Oh, there we go.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, that's a good lift by 15.
Got to get Holtz off.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure he's the
Dude,
guy you...
what are we doing?
Woo!
That was a lot for nothing.
20,
Yeah, but we got guys flying up at Michigan State players on a drive-by
My
in the
goodness.
neutral zone. Like,
keep the puck. What is this?
got 3-1 lead halfway through a hockey game. We should be playing like
Well, we're still 4-on-4.
Yeah.
I know, but that's
But
even
they're
more
just-
reason not to.
I
fly
think
up
the
and
ice has
say,
got to be pretty choppy. I mean,
This
It
was
might
not
be just be
an
like-
ice issue.
Yeah, like if anything, it's faster than it is like slushy.
Shish.
Brindley just tossing the puck into his own slot.
Real casual.
Here we go. sit on him.
Just, yeah. Well, so
So we
10
got
seconds
3
left,
on
so then it
1.
will be
They'll be
1 minute
back
into
to their.
MSU power play.
Okay. Have a go before then.
Well, so now you get a defensive zone draw, so you have an
Yep.
opportunity to kind of get your guys
Yep.
aware of the situation.
And you get to get your killers on that you
Yep.
want.
Group photo of Michigan State players. They all look dead-eyed inside. They've had too many White Claws. Does things to a man. Makes him into a serial killer.
I thought about trying to reel you back in, and I was like, let's just see where he goes with this.
Hole up, let him cook. All
All
right,
right, 6:41 to go.
6:41, 4 on 4
So,
for 1 second.
Callum and Samiskevich.
Yeah,
That's pretty fast.
that's fine.
So now 1 minute and 4 seconds. Power play time.
Well, now Michigan is down Edwards for the rest of the game, so I think
Well, didn't they dress 7 defensemen?
They always
they
do.
did, but
so now it's
Brendan
Brendan
Miles has
Miles,
not
isn't
taken a shift tonight.
Well, he's about to.
I don't think
They
he
could go
is.
5.
He might not, yeah.
Just
think
Luke Hughes is going to take his minutes.
It's going to be Luke Hughes, and Luke Hughes.
Well, that's what we talked about. When you have a
Oh,
boy,
Luke
like-
Hughes just got toppled and is
Blow the whistle.
still down. Looks like he's covered in snow. Oh, good look.
good
save.
Yep.
That's his save of the game so far.
Oh, yeah.
And Jagger Joshua.
Oh, my head, it's been tapped.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best rat in the Big Ten. I mean, a guy that drives the net, says a few things, gets a few punches in. Those are the guys you love to have on your team.
Put him in the box
Good.
for simulation.
I mean, I've seen worse taps than that, right?
No,
Like,
I mean,
that's
he's
fine.
got.
He's
Well,
not.
he gets
He's
one-
not whack.
getting
Well, he
in
gets
his
one little
face.
whack in.
Yeah.
He says a
and
few
then
things.
Samiskevich
Yeah.
cross-checks him. That's you can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
You can, and then they're gonna call you for it.
Well, and then he jerks his head back looking for a major.
Yep. And then you might get one. That's why you can't do that. Oh, that hit something. Oh, right to him. So State's got like
Out of play. 8 seconds left in the major. 5:43 to go in the second period.
Man, this Bally Sports Chiron, how do you pronounce that?
I think it's Chiron, yeah.
It's like all the tiny facts.
wait, the bottom line.
Yeah, it's like all Michigan
Yeah.
players from Michigan, and then it's like
And they're all like on the side, so
Right.
it's just gonna make you dizzy watching it
Yeah.
because it's not even scrolling all the way across.
Held it in 3 seconds.
Good play,
Good play.
Fantilli.
Oh!
And Portillo gets hit by guess who, Alex?
Joshua.
Yeah. And here
Oh!
we go.
Oh!
Karen into a punch.
Oh!
This is
The referees,
Well,
they got to get control. of it.
yeah.
You got to put Joshua in the box for at least 2 minutes.
For the
Just get him off the ice, right? I mean, that's.
for running Portillo.
Well, I mean, it's, all of the issues that have been popping up are him. I mean, he's the instigator. That's what that kind of player
I mean, that's
does.
that's
so-
what he's supposed to do.
Right.
When you can't skate
again-
and you can't beat them and you can't score.
But, he's he's an interesting player. Like, he's a guy that mucks it up and. He sort of turns his back and just lets Fantilli run him into it.
Yeah, so he doesn't even really go.
No.
That's not really.
Fantilli's just going crazy.
Yeah,
well, his goalie just got knocked over.
Well, he knocked Joshua into his goalie right
Yeah,
there.
but he's letting himself
Well,
go.
Joshua was coming in close on Portillo. Fantilli shouldn't
So
bowl him over, but
They
there's
said
a
that
good
they're
chance.
looking for a face masking call. Oh
Well,
no,
they're not looking for anything.
All right. Get the.
Whoa!
Jeez.
Now you're back at 5-on-5. You need to get it
They
out.
need a clear
Yep.
and a reset.
Oh, come on,
Hits the
referee.
referee. Here you
Oh!
go. Here you go. That's Fantilli. Oh, what a pass! Oh, and we're gonna get a call.
Penalty shot.
Good stuff. It's Nolan Moyle. No, we don't want the.
no.
Now,
Here
the
we go
referee.
And then
again.
put some people in the box. You got to get control of this game. The referees have got. Look at
Oh,
this.
this is Fantilli. He's ready to fight him.
Oh, look at
this
this.
is
Oh,
this
boy.
is a.
Oh,
fight.
throwing punches.
This is bad.
Oh,
This is bad. Oh! See, State. This is what State wants to do.
But this is what I told you. The referees have got to get control
But
of
you
the
can't-
game. You got to start putting people in the box and taking them off the ice.
But
Well,
this
there's
is-
going to be people in the box now. I mean, this is going to be a review.
But see, Michigan
that
is
takes 5 minutes.
You're right, and Michigan is controlling a hockey game. They're outscoring them, out-talenting them, and then State is going to come along and fight, and the referees are allowing them to do that. And so now you could get a guy that's out for the game.
No,
or
no. I mean,
well, I hope not. But look at this. Well, that's bad on Fantilli. He's sort of losing it, and he's getting tired of it, and I don't blame him. Moyle's getting.
I mean, this is
hugged.
a learning moment in a guy's career, and but then if you're,
Okay. Yes, you could. Fantilli might get thrown out because he threw a punch, but two other guys threw a
Yep,
punch.
yep.
So now he's
well, they're all going in.
they're all
the
going
bench.
somewhere,
Yeah.
and Fantilli's egging on the Munn crowd. So apparently,
All right, did he get kicked out?
yeah. This is what I'm talking about. You can't do this, and you're right about the referees because the referees are encouraging this kind of behavior, and then somebody loses it because someone's taking a cheap shot, so he defends himself or he hits back, and then you're like, all right, you're all thrown out of here, and but that's because the parents are letting the kids run the house.
Well, it's
I mean,
partially
that's-
the referees needed to get a little more control of the game, but
Right.
also there is an element here of Michigan being a team of younger players that right now are losing their head, and
You're right.
Nerado needs to sit Fantilli down and say, you just can't go crazy like that. We've got a game, right? We've got a game to win. You got to be on the ice,
Yeah.
and you just need to sit down and think for a second.
I don't disagree with you, but if you're playing in a controlled game where referees are in charge of the game, most of this stuff doesn't happen. But they're not, and it's not
No,
like
what they should have probably done was put Fantilli and Joshua both in the box after that
a
when they
couple
ran
plays
the
ago.
goalies.
Yeah. But this is the playbook on Michigan. This is what you do to them. You get that. No, that's not okay.
that's a
but
penalty.
that's not getting thrown out of the
No,
game.
to me that's not. I think you put Fantilli away and you put him 26 because he throws the punch right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the guys. And then I'd probably put 2 or 3 more guys in the box just for the hell of it to kind of show that this game needs to be brought back under control. Because look, he throws the first.
So Niehaus throws the
the
first
first
Yeah.
punch. Yeah. So I would put Niehaus, Kelly, Fantilli, and someone else involved there too.
I don't really see a whole lot else except wrestling. Seems like Fantilli and those two
All right,
guys.
let's see. We have the play-by-play here.
I mean, this is always insane. Where it's like, okay, this thing happened on the ice, so now we're gonna play the Shrek 2 soundtrack. And what is that guy's problem? Why does he think we want to hear Smash Mouth so badly?
You don't like Smash Mouth?
No, I don't like Smash Mouth. Who likes Smash Mouth?
I like Smash Mouth.
No, you don't.
What?
You're just trolling me. You only listen to Christian rock.
Well, that's mostly true.
Ah, gotcha.
But I did listen to Smash Mouth years ago.
Really?
I mean, not like I followed them around, but I like a few of their songs. We shouldn't be talking about this. There's many other
You
things.
followed them around like it was fish? You're like
Like in a pond?
no, like with a PH, fish. They're a psychedelic jam band.
Oh.
You don't know that? I guess
I'm just
you
going to
would.
make fun of you for liking them.
I don't like them.
Well, I'm going to pretend that you do and then make fun of you for liking them.
Yeah, that's what I was doing with you. So I
Okay,
guess
we
that's
need
fair.
this game to start again.
Well, it's not. Nothing's happening.
I know.
Let's do commentary for the Notre Dame game.
Let's check the live chat because I bet it's lit
That's
right
not gonna
now.
get us.
It's not going to calm anything down.
Shush.
Scott Spooner says Petrowski was the best. Now Big Ten head of officials for hockey.
Yeah, well,
Sure. So,
That's like the Expendables when you got to get Sylvester Stallone off the bench. And be like, oh, go.
Did you see the thing about how I think it's Fox and CBS are paying the best NFL referees more money to be in the booth, and so now the better NFL referees are not on the field
they
anymore.
quit to go be like a
Yeah, because
rules analysts.
because the
Well, that can only happen to like one guy at a time.
right, but there's how
Like-
many broadcasts a weekend, so you could end up
I
losing.
know, but it's always Mike Pereira.
He's not on all the broadcasts at the same time.
Yeah, but it's always him.
Okay, it's Dean. There's Dean Blandino.
Dean Blandino, but
He's like your age.
I don't know if that's nice or not.
I'm just saying that like that's
So, like, how long do we have some sort of like count
Timer on this?
how long this has taken?
well, at least we don't need to do a sync up anymore.
It's 5:10. 5:10 left in the second.
It has been for like half an hour.
9
And this
a.m.
game was moving
tomorrow.
along. Michigan
It'll
was
still
in
be
good position,
5:10
and now
left in the
like,
second.
my whole rule is that Michigan hockey games this year don't end. Like they just don't end. Other things happen.
Breakaway
Goal-
Notre Dame.
He scored! All right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, something's
2-0
happening.
Irish.
He's the
How many
Landon.
Landon
Slagger.
Slaggert.
There's
He's the good one. Landon Slaggart, I
There's
think.
another Slagger.
Well,
There-
he's the young one.
There's one on
No,
the
no, no.
U18s, isn't there?
Yeah, there
that's
is.
that's the good one.
I reported in about that last year, remember?
Oh, it did.
Yeah, look at that. Wow. Whose stick was that?
No one's picking it up.
So Narato's talking to the referee.
Well, that means that he's trying to explain to him why he kicked Fantilli out of the game.
Right. But I don't necessarily disagree with that decision. I mean,
No.
Fantilli is going
I'm
wild
just-
right now and
you're
needs
right.
to be calmed down.
You're
I mean,
right.
Whether I probably would have gone with a 5-minute major or something just to let him think about it. You
Or a 10-minute misconduct.
Matching. Yeah, 10-minute
But
misconduct.
the problem
would've
is
been
that the
good.
referees have not controlled the game. So if they had done their job, some of this probably wouldn't have happened. And now State has done a good job of maneuvering their tempers and their post whistle stuff into evening out the talent.
Well, at least it looks like Dr. Bean here is also pissed off.
Can you even tell? He has the same
He
expression.
looks mournful. But he always looks mournful?
I don't know. It doesn't look like he's had any sort of change of expression the entire game from every time they've zoomed in on him.
Oh, my God.
We picked
If
a
you-
good game to do this for.
If you have to do this, you're doing a bad job reffing the game.
Well,
You shouldn't
this-
have to
yeah,
do
well,
this.
So after any brawl like this, you're gonna have to really sort it out.
But this wasn't even a brawl. This was like an eruption after like 3 almost brawls.
Sure, but that's because there aren't really brawls in college hockey.
So do you think at some point they just got to let him go? And just
I don't know.
All right, so that's cross-check
That's-
that'll even it up. And then we got 2 guys on Michigan State throwing punches and Fantilli throwing punches. So Michigan's going to get an extra major here. So that's a punch.
Yeah,
That's a punch.
Yeah,
There's
this
another
guy, that
punch.
guy needs to be gone. Number
So, I
26.
mean,
yeah, and he's probably irrelevant.
I mean, it looks like this should be Michigan coming out with a power play here.
I think they're just gonna play 5-on-5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was okay.
No, it looks like
so we're at
Michigan has a power play.
Do they?
Yeah.
don't think so.
No, I guess not.
No,
so
it's
it's,
five- it's 5 on
459, 58, 57,
57, yeah.
56. It's
Offside.
somehow still
Just a
5
bit
on 5
offsides.
that Brian has clear insight as to why this is the case. So the whole thing is just
Yeah, we're gonna wait. We haven't seen. I mean, Stat Broadcast is like,
has died.
yeah, the
It doesn't exist anymore.
the person with the input walked up
It's
to
like,
it
yeah,
and
I-
said, "We're gonna put all these penalties in," and the program just fell out of its chair.
It's like the
The 5-on-3 with majors that broke Stat Broadcast.
The
against
double,
BU.
yeah.
yeah.
That was a good idea, pinch, but it got past.
it's a 3
Oh,
on
what
2.
a
What a
save.
save! So that's a 3 on 2. We're
That
giving that one.
I don't love that pinch there, but
It was
it's a do or die. I just think when you're up 3-1, you need to. I mean, the problem is there's been no equilibrium to this second period.
No.
There's been way too many penalties. It's just been going, and then brawls all the time. Michigan hasn't really been able to feel their lead.
So they got Nazar up on the line with Estapa now.
Well,
And Brindley.
makes sense.
I mean, I guess we just haven't. Great pass. That's Jagger
That is
Joshua.
a great pass, and that's a great save.
Yeah.
Boom.
Ooh. Right on his tape. Although if he shoots at the top corner, that's a goal. But he shoots sort of back into Portillo.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened on the goal that got waved off too. Is that shot was right?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And he hits his own guy because Portillo's just stuck on the other side of the net.
For some.
Well, he got interfered with.
Did he get hit again?
Yeah, and they didn't call that.
All I know is it might be a good idea to give the Duel in the D ref some riot batons, other instruments for tomorrow night.
I think they just got a holding call on State.
Elbowing.
I mean, this is just
2 minutes for an elbow. Where did the elbow go? Did it go to the head? Did it go to the head? Or
it was on the knee. It was kneeing.
How do you get an elbowing penalty and not get kicked out of a hockey game these days? That's a 5-minute major.
This is where
That's a 5-minute major.
This is why we didn't use the timeout. He can't believe it.
How is that not a major? We've established that any contact at the head is a major.
No, it's selective contact to the head. It's like when your grandma only.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you.
Are you kidding me?
Whoa! That puck in front of the net.
Like it's just a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Any player safety issue for Michigan doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
What is?
I don't know, but they're not sure what to do on this, and that's what they need as a face-off because they're just.
I do not understand how that cannot be a major when literally every head contact.
So Nieheis also gets ejected. But at least we're playing a hockey game where we had to eject 3 people. It's like the press box at Yost last week.
Like I don't understand how Edwards gets kicked out of this game for that hit. And
well, he probably
that's
wouldn't
2
get kicked out
minutes.
of this game if his hit happened after this.
So the penalties were Fantilli 2-5 DQ, Nienhuis or whatever his
DQ?
name is. Yeah, disqualification.
So he's gone
Nienhuis 2-5.
So he's out tomorrow too.
Yeah, DQ is out
DQ.
tomorrow.
Hughes 2, Kelly 2. Well, now you got a power play finally set up.
But he hasn't been doing this all year. Well, Fantilli just wasn't meant to play against Michigan State, one way or another. Oh, Karanen with the entry. Oh, Brindley.
Oh!
Oh, that hit something.
Yep.
Was that the post?
No.
That came
wide.
back.
I think it was wide.
Oh, and then it just
hit
came
right off
shooting off the boards?
Yeah.
Wow, Portillo is all right. Wow. All right. Jay Karanen is now Nathan McKinnon, apparently.
Feels like Michigan really needs a goal.
I always feel that way, Brian. But I do know what you mean in the game context.
Well,
they just need something
penalties
to.
about to expire. 1:40 remaining in the period. Just get to the locker room.
I mean, yes.
Get to the locker room
At the
without
minimum.
getting almost kicked out.
Yeah.
Asking a lot. Duke just held the puck a little long there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
80 seconds.
Remember that time that Duke got boarded and they called embellishment on him?
Against Wisconsin.
Like, not even the guy in the zone.
Oh,
Oh!
boy. Where did that go?
Bounce?
I don't know.
Did the Michigan State player also get a DQ? Or
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Jesus,
Michigan just
to the
cannot
locker
get the
room.
puck.
Yeah, Granowitz is down off that shot block.
Oh, they can't get it deep.
That should be icing.
No, because there's
Nope.
somebody there. That's oh my
Freeze the
goodness.
Jesus, freeze the
puck.
puck.
Come on, Portillo, cover that up. Oh my gosh, he just fanned on it.
Well, this period has gone badly.
This is definition of going sideways.
Not ideal. Just a lot of Michigan State fanning on wide open nets. I mean, that is in the air.
That's in the air, yeah.
All right, win this draw.
Kind of been losing most of the faceoffs recently.
What? Like what?
That should
That's
do
it.
it. All right.
Would you have the
Holy
faceoff
cow.
stats?
Playing like butt in the second period.
Wow. Among other things.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Face-off stats. Is that?
Yeah, that's pretty even.
Face. 22-19.
Yeah. Feels
So,
like just
yeah.
the last few have really gone awry.
I hadn't really noticed. I think Michigan actually had like 170% of them in the first period.
What were
but
shots in that period?
shots in that period were
12 to
6.
Michigan State. Gross.
Wow. That is
Gross.
a period of hockey.
It's beer o'clock, folks.
Is it? What do you got tonight?
I have Two-Hearted from Bell's. Don't drink if you're underage.
Okay. So shots are 21-20 overall. So State at 12, Michigan at 7.
I can't get over the fact that, like, I don't understand why elbowing someone in the head is 2 minutes, and
Because
any
it's,
other head contact is 5 minutes.
it's not about player safety. It's about controlling the game.
It's-
And when
I
you
don't-
give
I
referees that
just-
kind of discretion, they can then control the game.
I'm just baffled. Is Yost built frothing on Twitter?
I don't know. I'm
I bet
not really on Twitter.
I
as
bet
much.
$1 he is, and he should be. He should absolutely be frothing.
Does Yost Build have a tendency to do that?
Well, he sees the game for what it is.
All right, so Michigan gave up 1, 3-on-2 that period.
Okay, we're gonna.
What do you have for us, Brian?
Well,
What?
3 game misconducts for Eddie. Who's Eddie?
For Eddie?
Edwards.
Oh. So
Ed, like Ed, and Eddie?
apparently Edwards is also out tomorrow because
Well,
he's had 3 game misconducts.
I don't think that was a make miss. I mean,
All right, live chat. I don't know the names of the vast majority of college arenas, but Munn is obviously the worst name.
Oh, I think it's just named after someone.
Why is it the worst name?
That's what someone says.
I mean, Compton Family Ice Arena is worse than Munn.
It's the same. They're just named
No,
after
because
people.
it has the word family.
Well,
in it.
Yost is named after people too.
Any arena that has family in the name of it is a bad name. But nothing compares to the KFC Yum Center.
Hey, come on, that's
Oh,
good stuff.
Can I tell you about the worst named church I've ever been in?
The worst named church?
Yeah.
You tell me I can't talk religion on these things.
Yeah, well, this is more like a grammar kind of thing. So,
All right.
so there's a church in
You want to get
Troy
the mute button ready? Or?
that used to be called St. Allen's. not Mr. Allen's, St. Allen's.
Okay.
And now it's Christ Our Light Church. But
Okay.
so okay, that's all right. That's fine. But it's not just Christ Our Light Church. It's Christ, comma, Our Light, exclamation point, Church. So whenever they write it, they write Christ, comma, Our Light, exclamation point, Church. Which is
it's high maintenance.
horrible. Also, it's a little sarcastic. It's like Christ Our Light Church. It's the worst named church in America.
How long have you been saving this to talk to
It
me
is the
about?
KFC Yum Center of churches.
What do you have against KFC Yum Center?
The KFC Yum Center does the same thing. It's KFC Yum exclamation point
point.
center.
So you don't like punctual...
I don't like punctuation in the middle of sentences that's not supposed to be in the middle of a sentence. Is that
This is a
hard
very
to
Michigan.
understand?
This is a very Michigan podcast here.
Exclamation points go.
What
at
do
the
we
end
got
of
going on
things.
in chat here, Alex?
Steering back on track.
I'm on track.
Some track.
MSU has to play this way because they aren't skilled enough to keep up.
It's like he's been listening to me.
Yeah, I think to some degree, but I also think this is part of the MSU identity that they're probably going to keep even when they get a little more talented players. I mean, they have this new system. They're crashing hard on the forecheck. They're pressuring way more. So I think we might see them keep doing this. Let's see. TF says, drinking bells, quite bright. Cheers.
All right, I had a problem with that one too. It
Oh,
used to be
no.
winter white, and then they changed it to bright white, and now it's whatever it is now. Like, pick a name and stick with it. Gonna call
Okay.
it Two-Hearted, like, Three Toes IPA all of a sudden? Come on.
So Fantilli's career at Michigan will basically have 1.5 periods played at MSU, ?
No, he did not. Oh, 1.5 periods.
Yeah.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
Hey, I'm on that
He's
train.
coming back
Let's
because
go.
whoever drafts him is going to be like, I'd rather have 27 Fantilli than 19 Fantilli.
Alejandro says 71 penalty minutes through 2 periods between the two teams.
I don't
Just an
even-
average day for Marcus Stappa.
I just don't even. Yeah, all right. Anything
Those
else?
are our recent comments.
Those are the recent ones.
Let's see if there are any on the site. I can give you some scores around the country, too.
Well, we can update the Notre Dame. It's 2-0 Notre Dame over
Ooh,
Ohio
we got
State.
7 comments now on the site.
Oh,
Dun,
okay.
Dun, dun,
Is the guy in the middle Eminem?
Is the
Me?
guy in the
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, I've heard of Eminem, just like Smash Mouth.
Eminem. I mean, he doesn't.
I talk better on broadcast than Eminem. Do you remember when he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on
yeah.
the 2013
I
at
think
Notre
that
Dame
was,
game?
I think that was a bit, though.
I
he
think
was
it
doing a
was, yeah.
bit.
Where he was just like
Yeah.
totally stoned?
It was either a bit or he was on drugs, yeah.
Well, it's most likely the second.
Or both.
Okay, this is fantastic. Please do this more often.
We could do this.
Someone replies, yes, it's like Mystery Science Theater, but for hockey.
So somebody tweeted at me with that. But isn't that where people just make fun of movies?
Yeah.
and- yeah, but
We're-
we're not like. I
No.
mean, we make jokes. But we're actually trying to talk about hockey.
You guys are.
You're trying to talk about like church punctuation and.
Hey, I had to get that off my chest. I feel much better.
Hey,
So-
I'm all here for confessionals.
Someone else replies, Peyton and Eli better watch out.
Yeah. Hey.
Another person says, a hockey companion, ? I'm in.
Hockey. Oh, to
Oh,
watch hockey.
yeah.
With. Well, I agree.
So scores around the country.
Are you
Any-
fast forwarding through the Atlantic?
I've been on lots of radio broadcasts where we killed time this way. So
Most,
Bowling Green 3-1 over Michigan Tech.
so
That would be an
that's
upset.
sort of relevant because Tech is like
10th in pairwise.
10th in pairwise.
QPAC 2-0 over Clarkson. No surprise.
No.
Cornell 3-1 over Colgate. Colgate taking the L's today.
They took another L?
So
Against Michigan softball.
Michigan softball.
Bonnie Thole, yep, first win.
Craig nailed it. So I made my general toothpaste joke, and Craig goes, "They really drilled Colgate," and I was like, I was so proud of Craig. That was one of the best jokes he's ever made. I was so happy.
So the problem is that you guys encourage each other.
You
You should be tearing each other down.
we do that in other things.
I mean, this is just not really, you know.
I'm here for Craig making more puns.
Here's an interesting score.
Okay.
Harvard 1-1 with Dartmouth.
Isn't Dartmouth really
They're
bad?
61st in pairwise.
Wow.
I think 61 or 62, yeah.
Well, these rooting interests are fairly obscure because it's not going to matter that much.
Here we go.
But you want Harvard.
This
to
is
win.
one for MSU fans. New Hampshire 2-1 over UConn.
Because UConn
He's
is
right at the cut line,
16
too.
on the
yeah.
bubble.
Yep. Providence 2-0 over Northeastern.
How many Michigan
Northeastern
State
is-
fans do you think are listening to this broadcast?
Probably
None.
not many.
None.
We have one sort of Michigan State fan that listens to our hockey casts,
Okay,
right?
maybe.
Isn't the people we know?
Sure.
Okay. Shutting me down, but whatever.
Omaha 1-0 over Colorado College. They're right on the cut line, too. Minnesota 1-0 over Wisconsin. They can clinch the regular season title this weekend, right? With a sweep.
I think so.
And the game we were talking about on the hockey cast, the 3 p.m. on a Friday game.
Oh, yeah. Did you tune in?
No, but Alaska 5-3 over Long Island.
That game took place at 3 in the afternoon.
Where was it?
In
Long
Long
Island.
Island. But it was in the morning in Alaska time.
It was. You couldn't even work.
What is Long Island doing?
Hey,
like-
they beat Ohio State this year.
Who made that decision where it's like, hockey? Like, the AD was in a meeting with the president, so like he's like, so what's your big plan? And he freaked out. He panicked. He said the first thing that came to mind, and it was hockey.
I mean, it gives them a ability to play a sport at a D1 level.
Well,
I
I mean,
thought they stopped that. I thought they stopped the grandfathering kind of thing.
so Zook was looking up, I think their shots per game or the shots per game leaders, because I think it was when we were talking about Penn State, and Long Island's like in the top 20 in shots generated per game, which
Well,
is,
not a lot of them are going in, apparently.
well, okay. But
We got one reply to the MGO post tweet. Next best thing to watching it. Thanks, fellas.
hey, all right.
You can watch it. It's on TV.
Do both.
Oh, yeah, Marcus Freeman.
Is that the Notre
Notre
Dame
Dame
game?
Marcus Freeman, who just
Notre Dame, Ohio State. I mean, that makes sense, right?
just
Right.
offloaded Tommy Rees on Alabama.
So,
That's a present.
so Peter is listening and says he still can't hear us, and the refs are
Well,
in all
people are-
caps
people
horrible.
Are clearly hearing us.
So okay, well that's okay.
I mean, if they're responding, they're hearing us. I've been turning the levels up, so I can push him a little further. But isn't he at the game?
Yeah, so
Maybe he
that could
should-
play into it.
He's at the game.
Yeah, and
He's trying to listen to us while he's at the game.
Well,
yeah, it's
he-
like
He thinks our commentary is A+.
people that go to the game with the headset.
That's
you know,
right.
in the old days.
Yeah,
with
you know
the
when you
radio.
listen to.
Yeah, but he's listening to us. That's dumb.
Are you discouraging viewers, Brian?
Hey, I'm not. Hey,
Are we gonna?
hey, you.
Is there an end to the sentence, or are you just yelling out pronouns?
No, you're like, don't shop at our sponsor.
That is a direct quote, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, the referees have come back onto the ice and they're having a long conversation.
Maybe they're playing.
I think the guy's pen doesn't work. And he's like, oh, my pen doesn't work. Oh, no. And the guys are like, oh, man, this guy's pen doesn't work. We got to call some more penalties.
And here come the teams.
What's our over-under on Luke Hughes minutes in this period?
Oh man, I mean,
10?
No, probably 12.
Okay, so you got the over.
Yeah, I would say he's probably going to play in the
I
12
mean-
range. I mean,
Miles isn't going to get on the ice.
probably not.
They got Jake Harrinan swooping through the zone on power plays. So we're kind of down to it. God, I hate everything the Michigan State band plays. It's just everything.
I mean,
is
most bands
stupid.
just play the same things, don't they?
I know, but just everything that the Michigan State band plays is the derpiest stuff in America. Yay!
So the captains have just met with the referees.
Yeah, probably been like, hey, stop horsing around. There'll be no horsing around in this period. Anybody does any of that, we're going to say stern words to you. You will be lectured. We're real good at that, so don't test us. All right. Period
Well-
just started 1950 now. All right. Let's
Oh, here we go.
not play like butt.
Where is that puck? Oh, there it is. caught him in a change.
Now I'm just terrified that anytime someone goes down, it's going to be a power play.
Yeah, it's basically my whole life now.
I mean, if I'm the referees, I'm calling stuff to prevent future line brawls, but otherwise I'm swallowing the whistle this period.
Yeah. Oh, Keaton Patterson. I'm just going to enunciate the H.
You just gotta get that. You pretend that there's another bar on top of the H, and then you'll be fine. Maybe that's what it is. No, he just never told me.
What was that?
It's a high stick.
Played with a high stick?
Aw. Whatever happened to
Looks
that
like he's gonna
convoy
get
guy?
Andrew
You think
Convoy.
he's in jail?
Ooh, it did ding him. Did they call it?
No.
Apparently not.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, got away with one there.
Yeah.
Mark Estapa got away with it.
Well,
Yeah.
Hallam goes down right in front of the net, so now we're pretty even to start
Yeah.
the period.
It's like Jeffrey Dahmer walking into the cannibal store and nobody noticing him.
Or the cannabis store and thinking it's cannibal.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wrong store.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Oh, man. State has had some pucks jump over sticks on the back door.
I mean, that one was
Puck's been-
deflected.
The puck's been hopping a lot tonight,
Yeah,
though.
it's been. That's not doing anything.
That's fine. Just
Whoa.
kill the period.
Well, okay, but
Like,
maybe
let's just
not
play-
just give the puck away.
play stupid, boring hockey.
Hey, that's fine. You've done your job, but now you actually have to execute it. And so this
Yep.
is just another talking point, Alex, that we do every week on the Hockey Cast is can Michigan close out a
What in
game?
the world is that?
This is a-
Come up and play the puck.
That's not
Well,
too
he did
long.
it. He
Yeah,
did a
it's
solid
okay.
job there.
Ah!
It's okay.
Thank you
From
for
that angle, he's not going to score.
comforting me. Oh, jeez.
5 minutes.
It's just
5 minutes. Game disqualification.
This is just-
murder charge.
murder charge. This is just pinballs.
Good defensive play by Krieger.
Yep.
Yeah, and Samoskevich has no one in the zone.
No, he's just
Whoa,
that's a high
whoa.
stick.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. And
Well, that's
You
okay.
get in there,
You
break
just-
him up.
just-
Yep.
So
you touched it.
where is the face-off then? Is it in the neutral zone or is it in the defensive zone for
Should be in
that?
the defensive zone.
Okay. So those you just want to let him go. You want to skate away. All right.
It looks like it's in the neutral zone.
Did they change that rule? It used to always be in the defensive zone.
Well, he's right in front of the bench.
Yeah.
It looks very close to where it just happened.
Yes, sir. Do you remember when they used to have face-offs wherever like the puck was last touched?
Yes.
Alex loves
I
this.
talked about this a lot.
It was terrible. I hated it. You'd always have like these face-offs right inside the offensive zone, so if you won it, you just got to be offside.
That is pretty ridiculous.
So you got 3 minutes and 15 gone here in this period.
Nothing really has happened,
Whoa. Portillo's going to play it.
which is what you want.
No, it's a poke check.
Wow. Portillo's rebound control tonight has been exceptionally bad.
Well, he plays.
It's not even rebound control.
He
That's
plays with
more
a tennis
just
racket.
inability
I mean,
to
that's like the main problem.
just get him a
It
field
hits
hockey,
his glove and it just pops out every time.
a double blocker,
Yep.
like in field hockey.
Well, it sounds like the referees listen to me.
Yeah, I mean that
'Cause
wasn't
it doesn't look like we're getting any trips.
that wasn't a penalty though.
No, but
Also, if I
sometimes-
was an official, Jagger Joshua could get speared by a trident, and I wouldn't call it penalty.
Trident. Mm. Grano's playing again, so whatever his shot block was. Oh, Okay, he did not suffer an injury that's at least going to take him out. Now Michigan's also down players, so maybe they need him to play. But
Well, right now they have half of their top 6 defense out.
well, 3 of their top 4.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 3
Yeah.
of their top 4. Yeah.
Whoa. They got to catch him?
Yep. 6.
Come on.
So Narado is really frustrated, but I don't know if he's frustrated at his team or that he does not think that was a penalty.
I would assume the team, but
I think you should be able to have 6 men
Here
on
we
the
go.
ice as a treat.
No.
Just a little bit.
Craig, stop.
As a treat.
As a treat. like an ice cream?
Yeah, just like a little treat. Just a little bit, not very much. Hey.
Alex, are you going to go back and rewatch the Coyotes Blackhawks game
Coyotes,
tonight
Blackhawks,
for the worst NHL game of the year?
That's offsides, isn't it?
No.
that's a nice play by Keaton Pearson.
Yeah, need to get it out.
Well, he's in the corner there with 3-4 checkers.
Jeez. I don't know.
Well, he's big.
That's wide open net. And somehow Portillo, again, is
just
way on the other side.
God. I mean, that net should not be that open.
It does not appear that should be the case.
He doesn't
He
even
was
see the pass.
so late, yeah.
Jeez. Man, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like he's just big.
Yeah, but we've seen him get across before. His puck tracking
No,
seems...
just, I mean, just like in terms of like, is he a good goalie? I think he's
Oh.
just like, that's it. He's just big.
Well,
Well, he was good last year.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was good last year in,
the second half.
yeah, and like
He was really good down the stretch. He made some big saves, but
he didn't have these kinds of, like, puck dropping issues.
no, I don't know what is going on with this.
He also, like, seemed to...
Well, he also gave up 2 goals last year by wandering out of the net and making, like, he just, I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's just totally lost there.
I mean, that's just...
He loses his bearings. He's way out of the net. Well, this is, exactly what you do not do in these situations. You cannot take penalties when you're trying to close games out.
Right.
Notre Dame's getting outshot 24-13. They're up 2-0.
How
Well,
Notre Dame of them.
That's how Notre Dame of them. I mean, they only do this half the time because they're a 500 team this year. But the wild thing is that Rucker McGroarty and Logan Cooley were both committed to Notre Dame, and I was like,
Why?
why?
So that first period when Michigan's just sort of controlling play, keeping the puck,
Well,
moving
it's
it
just
around,
been
it's just
penalties,
not
penalties,
happening.
Penalties.
Catch the puck.
No
Get
one knows.
up.
No one knows where it is.
That's a great
He
shot.
doesn't have
block.
his stick again.
I mean, what it is it is not fair for the defenseman to be playing behind a goalie who cannot catch the puck.
Yeah,
No.
because otherwise you just have to clear anything because like it's hitting a wall. Here we go. There's that. That's Nazer.
Shoot it.
Oh,
what a
man.
save.
So they both go between the legs. That Nazer and Hallam.
catch the puck. Oof. And then, like, he's just laying down on the ground. Like, the puck's gone.
So
Everybody else is
well,
chasing the puck.
So here's
and he's-
Nazer through his legs.
That's dirty. I think.
I mean, it's unnecessary though. That's my problem with that.
No, it's not. It's necessary. He gets the puck across. I mean, how
Yeah.
many 2-on-1s do you see get broken up? And that's like that was a great pass. And the problem is, I think Hallam's coming in the slot, and Brindley is right there. And if Brindley gets it, he's got a shot. But Hallam's coming so fast that he doesn't really have the ability to get the puck and then get a good angle to put it on net. Why are we just standing still?
Well, they're just stepping up, and you're not getting the guy, and you're not getting the puck, and then so, I mean, that's happened a few times in this period. And then Luka pinches.
I mean,
Doesn't get
He's
anything.
got Duke's support. It's just
Oh my goodness. Well, and so now it's not even get control; it's flip it up to the neutral zone.
Well, you're just trying to clear the puck after a scary event right there. That was a
Sure.
good play.
That was Kiernan.
I mean, as we
Oh,
mentioned,
boy.
3 of your
Oh,
top
boy.
4 defensemen are not playing in this game at this point.
That's true. So you just,
You're
I
just
guess,
trying-
need to be very
You're just trying
fundamentally
to survive at this
sound.
point.
Yeah.
Problem is like 15 minutes is a long time to
Well,
survive.
Well, it's 11 now.
It's true.
good
That guy
save.
should not be in the game. That wasn't a save. I don't think it actually got off.
But you need the defenseman to not be getting walked regularly.
Yeah, that's true. But also, all your good defensemen are out of the game.
That is fair.
Like, Jake Harrinan should not be playing top pair minutes, but here we are.
This is a good forecheck shift from
Yep. Over.
Stoppa.
Do something. Oh,
He's just
ugh.
fanned. And Person just got
Wow.
spun in a circle, and Luke Hughes saves a goal. Oh my!
And Person is like a senior. Like, he should, I don't know. Pretty disappointing back half of this game.
Well, it wasn't really a game, you know? I mean,
Well, it was a cluster in the second, but Michigan State got to make it like that because Michigan lost their cool.
yep.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on there?
And then again. Oof.
And also that.
What did that hit? That his glove?
Getting through him.
Did that go through him, I guess?
Yeah.
Jeez.
What?
Well, you just have a face-off right there, and you go offside. Like, that doesn't seem too hard. You should probably avoid that, but I guess it happens. Someone doesn't have a stick. Get it up to him.
Anyway, Wisconsin was really bad at holding on to their sticks.
Okay.
They just
You mean just the players?
Yeah, there was
Okay.
like sticks all over the ice. There was like 2 on the ice at the same time, and I was like, let's go for 3. I've never seen 3 sticks on the ice.
Just
But there was, it felt like there was a Wisconsin stick on the ice for half of the game.
Well, Portillo's goal stick was down about 4 or 5
Yeah,
times.
that's true.
I didn't understand that, and that's happened a couple times tonight. Do we have any updates from chat?
Logged back on after a break to hear Brian talking about exclamation points, and I know it must have been about the KFC Yum Center.
Yes.
Does Brian have a Pixel 7?
Yes, I do have a Pixel 7.
He's dropped it
I
about 5
dropped-
times. Would you like a table or something to set it on?
I would, but you guys took all the tables
Well,
because
there's
you're
a little
here's a table.
selfish, terrible people.
Not. Well, yeah. You're going around with that one.
The-
Oh my.
Jagger's Joshua of my life. Sorry, that was too harsh. I'm sorry, guys. That was uncalled for.
What else we got?
Let's see. Fantilli ended up with a Gordie Howe hat trick. Goal, assist, and a fight.
There you go.
If the fight happens with 5 minutes left in the game, it's a little different.
Mark says, I wish Beecher was still on the team. His physicality would help, and his game always impressed me, minus his inability to finish scoring chances.
Well, he was a nice with Duke and Samo last year.
Yeah,
that was a fun
He'd
line.
be a guy to
he's a good
have the
player.
body throw around.
Yeah, I
Risuk Kim says, this would be really good if I could watch the game along with your show and commentary. You should try this for a game on regular BTN. Can't watch in California.
Well, the problem is that well, I guess okay, because you just can't see it if you don't have BTN Plus. But we cannot show you the game. Craig really wanted to.
No, they're saying that you should do this for a game that they can see.
Right? Yeah.
Because they
Like
don't
have
BTN
a
Plus.
supplementary. Yeah.
How many?
he's wearing a necklace. Throw him out of the game.
He also has gum.
He's got gum and a necklace. 10-minute major.
How many too many men penalties is that on the year?
It's
I don't know,
6.
5 or 6.
I mean, that one is like.
Look at that play from Hughes.
Yeah.
All right, action is back 9:40.
And Hughes is
remaining.
just dumping the puck in, so there's clearly like a
Whoa!
Fantilli tries to
No,
baseball
that
it.
was Brindley.
Oh, Brand.
Fantilli.
Thank you for the update.
Is no longer here.
Well, one of them. Oh, Hughes. Right to Brindley. So remember when you said it feels like Michigan needs a goal?
Yeah.
It feels like Michigan needs a goal.
Correct. I agree with you. Fist bump.
There you go.
Jagger. Jagger. Do you think he's really named after Mick Jagger? I don't think so. I think he just thought it was cool. Like Dad was like, Jagger, because he's really jagged. Anyway, hockey's happening.
Well, kinda.
There is a lot of pushing going on.
Oh, and Michigan defenseman gets out of
Play.
position, but Karanen rescues it, and we had another nice rebound from Portillo.
What is...
Oh, T.J. Hughes turns
Good
that
save.
over, but
All
oh
right.
boy.
Portillo remains big.
Ohio State has a power play with about 16:10 to go, and now there's a call there. Still 2-0 Notre Dame.
That's what we want.
Yep. What?
What?
He dropped it.
You dropped the... What?
No, just kidding. Do-over. Did you have do-overs as a kid?
Well, I used to have different parents.
I
Just
don't
gonna
know where
leave
to
that
go with
hanging
that.
there?
Yeah, I was like, well, this could go any number of ways. So
All right. You guys stunned into silence. It's all right. It's fine.
Never
You guys are just silently judging me all the time. I understand.
That should be icing. No.
I think the guy at mid-ice touched it.
yeah, they did go off somebody. He was, kind of gets it out. There you go.
Quick shifts now. Just
Yep,
try-
under
just-
8 minutes remaining. I mean, you're just...
You're just trying to hang on.
Blue
here.
line, red line, dump. Blue
No,
line,
that
red
should
line.
be icing.
Okay.
7:45.
Icing.
It just feels like 2 games.
Yep.
Like pre-altercations and post-altercations.
Yeah, that is an astute point. Icing is a weird name for a thing that you're not allowed to do. Just kind of sounds like something you should do.
Like
'cause it's
frosting?
hockey. You should be icing it all the time.
Yeah. The Karen and Pearson pairing. It's like second pair.
Luke Hughes is the first pair, and then
Yes.
whoever's not Brendan Miles is the second pair.
I haven't seen a lot of Holtz either, honestly. I mean, he's probably been out there because you probably just can't skate. Four guys. Wow, that would be. Oh, this looks like the. Oh my goodness! Jumped his stick. Oh, there goes Hallam.
He's got it.
Got to drop it though. Oh, call
That's
that!
a penalty.
That's a trip.
You have to.
They did.
Yeah. There's no way you can't call that.
Well,
I love looking around, and you're like,
important of a
what do
play.
you mean? Like, it's like you literally have torn part of the receiver's jersey off in your hand, and you're like, I'm not holding anything.
you're a cat with a bird in his mouth. Yeah, this is a bit of a because like,
Well, we didn't.
where is Karen? What is Karen doing?
Man.
Why is he?
Ooh, does he feel that and go down? Because that hits him sort of like on the thigh. That wasn't even down by
Yeah.
the skate.
That looks like a dive to me.
Well,
That looks like
it was. We'll go with embellishment.
well played.
Let's get a goal here. All right, Luke, you got 2 more minutes of power play time in on you.
Good pass
Yep.
across.
Oh, skate in a little bit. Right at him. They're just. I mean, they're sitting on those
Yep.
those dot shots.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Go on 2. Oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
Oh boy. And he's on side. There's Hallam. Oh, just missed him. And now, nope, it's back to Hughes. Man, it's nice having Nazar back. You can't get that across. That's just, some of those are just never getting through. Go to the top. Go to the top. Hughes is on like, what? You gotta be careful with the guy coming out of the box.
Yeah, just let him.
There you go. But Hughes is like, he needs to get off the ice.
Oh, here we go. 5 minutes remaining. 4:45.
We've been here before.
Well, at least they're not playing Minnesota on an Olympic rink.
Good play, Karen.
That's
gonna be.
deflected.
You think?
Nope. 4:24. So it'd be a good time to take your time out.
I don't hate it. Give Hughes a break.
Yeah, that's an excellent way to display the relevant pairwise thing. It's just by record.
It's not even record. It's win percentage.
Win percent.
What's a PLP block, and that's a throw. But you're not.
Hand pass.
So well, yeah. So you're allowed to you're not allowed to in the defensive zone. You used to.
You
be.
used to be
You
allowed,
used to be
in
allowed
the
to.
defensive zone. And now it's like icing, so there's no change.
And it's a D zone face off regardless.
I thought so, but
man.
now I think if it's an offensive zone, it goes to the neutral zone.
this out. There you go.
Yep, there you go.
Dump and change under 4 now. Yeah, because Michigan's taken like 3 shots in this period, which is at time. Oh, Duke turnover at his own blue line. Good step by Luke. Got crushed. But he got the puck out.
17-minute major.
Oh, there's TJ. Oh, could have used a rebound right to Duke
Yeah.
there. Didn't get it.
3:15.
3:15, yep. How much of this 3:15 does he use Luke play?
Wow.
1.5 to 2.
Oh!
Timeout.
Timeout.
Technical.
Challenge it. That's a
Oh,
goal.
that is.
That's
That
what
is
I'm
a
talking
fist to the
about.
face.
That's why I
That is it.
call a timeout.
You need to.
Challenge
That
it.
is
Challenge it.
There's
that is
3 minutes left. Challenge it.
that is a punch
Challenge
to the
it.
head.
Oh,
They're
come
not going
How
to.
are you not challenging that? How do you not challenge that? I mean, that's as obvious as it gets
It should not be a major, but it is a major.
It's a major
under these
in
rules.
these rules. It
And
is.
you've got nothing to lose. You're not risking
Right.
a penalty.
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
Were the video coaches asleep?
I don't know. Sometimes these things go bang bang, but
Well, yeah. But the thing is that if you have your timeout at this particular time,
yeah.
actually, if you don't have your timeout, well, I don't
No,
know.
no,
If
you're
you
not
don't,
gonna
then
risk
you
a
wouldn't do
penalty,
it.
but-
Yeah, you're right. If you have your timeout this time, like you have to, because
You have to. There's
what are you gonna do? Call it in a minute? I mean, I guess you could, but
blow the whistle.
no, let it go. There you go. Okay. Good pass.
got 3-on-2 and they're dumping it in the zone.
Well, I mean, like it's Moyle, Estapa, and Granowitz. So
Sure.
2:10
when do you pull him?
soon.
Good play, Hughes.
Yep.
Reversal. Tip by Grano. He's going for a change. Duke, Samo, and
Let
right
that go.
off of Steve Holtz. Oh, backside. Watch 8. Whew.
Chip it up.
Up and out. Oh, go get a T. TJ's not really a burner.
Empty net.
Is
That's
he out?
icing. Yep.
Okay. So 134,
Got to go back in now.
and they're going to put St. Cyr back in the net.
OSU just scored.
Oh, good pass. Open net. Yeah.
9:45 to go in the Ohio State game.
Lost his stick again.
Portillo?
How many times has his stick been on the ground?
It has been a lot. Maybe it's being ripped out. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
but
sometimes that happens.
yeah, but this seems like
So you lose the face-off. 90 seconds left.
Karen's got to win this. That's okay.
Puck out. 120.
That's not going to be icing.
Nope.
You can get one intercept in neutral zone. Puck high but not out. Intercepted.
There you go. It's Luke going for. Luke wants the
Oh, look
empty
at
net.
this.
Look at Luke. Oh, he just dumps it to Duke. It's in the zone.
Shoot it.
He doesn't have a.
Let's go.
Yes!
There it
Brindley.
is. Brindley.
Hey. Yeah.
Oh, come on!
Whoa,
Get out! No,
no.
Brindley, you cannot do this. You cannot fight these guys. Like they have a shot to win a national title to finish, get a 1 seed, and you're gonna fight these clowns. They're not worth it. They want to play that trash. Let them. But like Michigan's got games to play.
All right, so this is when they put St. Cyr in, and then LaPointe goes and runs the goaltender. Like, I'm talking plows him.
Like a field.
And then like, you know, he's suspended, but who cares? It's Philippe LaPointe, but you send a message. I'm dead serious about this.
Or do you send a mental message?
No, you send a physical message that if
Okay.
you do this, we're going to run your goalie until he dies.
Look at this.
So Moyle, watch this. Moyle bumps into him, but he goes flying, which I think is kind of a flop.
And he cross checks him
Yeah.
in the spleen.
Just even it up and get this game over with. If you're a referee.
The problem is that Michigan's going to come out of this game, and they're kind of going to look like chumps in ways. And I'm not saying that, like, State doesn't deserve it, but Michigan has the headlines. They're a 1 seed. They're the lightning rod.
I mean,
And, like...
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Well...
Like, they didn't do anything dangerous to anybody.
No, but people are looking for those excuses to write that stuff. Good stuff.
I mean, that's a dive from Krieger, right? I mean,
I don't know.
Moyle's barely moving. And
He's just looking for an excuse to fight.
right.
He's been here for like 7 years.
Oh, my God. Just get this
This is
over
what I'm
with.
saying. Michigan games don't end.
Even it up and no, I think he was included. In
Yeah, he said 4.
He's got 2 minutes, but he's not out.
This is just this sport has jumped the shark.
Dr. Bean is unhappy. What's going on?
He looks baked.
Because he's a bean?
Baked bean.
Okay, we're going to workshop that. And by workshop it, I mean not workshop it. We're going to pretend
Is that like
never happened.
Is that like when you agree with someone and then at the end you're like, not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just gave you the Borat. My wife. There you go.
You've had a couple good impressions tonight.
Was that good?
That's fine.
Gail Mutton asks, where did David get that awesome computer? We have Seth in the chat
What's that
on the
say?
MGoBlog live account. Good news, everyone. I managed to get back into the YouTube account.
Hey. Good news, everybody.
So Michigan has a power play to end this game.
Yep.
So they should be able to more or less play keep away.
Run the goalie. Run the goalie.
Not anymore.
Run the goalie. Get Brendan Miles to run the goalie.
He's going to have to play tomorrow.
Yeah, they're
That's
going to need
true.
him to play.
Ethan Edwards is
Tyler Shea's getting ready.
get on the 4th line again.
Oh, 15 seconds left.
Run the goalie.
This is fine. Don't even shoot
8 seconds. Jackhammer it right at the
Right
horn
at
and-
Jagger Joshua's
yes,
head. All
start
right.
a-
That is it.
All right.
4-2. All right. So
4-2 dub.
4-2 final in a tough game. It feels a little bit like the game that Michigan won last year, where they're up 3-0 in the first period.
Yeah.
State kind of works their way back, gets a couple goals when Michigan hangs on.
Just
This was just a different thing, though.
just
I mean,
a total cluster. in the
yeah. I
second
mean, you
period.
just have so much not extracurriculars that you just
Yeah.
like it's not even a hockey game at that point.
Yeah.
You take a timeout, everybody wallops each other for a while, then you get random penalties, and then you're like, all right, now you're gonna play hockey again. And I mean, this just happens to Michigan. They get in these games, teams know that they're susceptible to this, and they keep doing it. They survived this game. This was a big win.
I mean, they played most of this game without 3 of their top 4 defensemen.
Well, in
They
their best
lost-
player.
They lost Fantilli like
Yep.
halfway through.
Yeah. Luke Hughes, I mean,
And they-
I've bagged on him a ton, especially in the first half of the year for defense and that sort of thing. But he played really well a couple weeks ago in that Penn State game. He played really well tonight. He's like you can see the improvements, especially as like we're getting peaks at his ice time, and it's like
Yeah.
A billion.
so he's becoming that sort of top 5 pick stalwart defenseman that you can just put on the ice every other shift. And I mean, I think that there's no coincidence that Michigan's playing better with that stuff happening, with him in particular.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where that third period you're just hanging on for dear life, and you find a way to get it done, which they didn't against Minnesota. And some other games this year. So, and
Well-
those are big 3 points. Look at the standings.
I mean, they're
right
showing
now.
the standings
Yeah.
now, and Michigan's currently in first place. Notre Dame is still up or second place. I mean, Minnesota's doesn't even count.
Gone.
But what we talked about this week is that if you win again tomorrow night in regulation, MSU is basically done from chasing you from behind, right, for the Big Ten standings.
Yep.
Notre Dame is essentially done anyway. So you're basically clinching home ice
Yeah.
in the first round, and then now you're focusing on Ohio State and Penn State
And
as the teams you need to catch.
Well, and if you win,
or to stay ahead of.
if you win
obviously.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
then you have 6 points on Penn State, and I think they have the tiebreaker.
Yes, they took the more.
They have
points.
8 of 12 points, I believe. So then it just comes down to Ohio State, which you get next weekend or next Tuesday or Thursday, right? I believe
Next Thursday.
Thursday
Sunday.
in Columbus, and then Saturday in Cleveland.
Cleveland, yep.
So even if you just split those, I mean, you're in good shape then because you come home and you have
Well,
Notre
if
Dame.
Notre Dame can finish this game off, it's 2-1 with 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a big boost.
Nerado looks, well, he's starting to smile now, but he just looked like, I have no interest in being in this interview.
Dorado just looks like I can't say anything. I
No,
wanna say.
no, and that's, I mean, it sucks to be in that position, but
Yep.
that's, it's a tough win.
Yeah, but they got it done.
Well, and they came out and took it to him early, which is the
Yeah.
other thing you like to see. Michigan's sort of gotten off.
and they paid it off with 3 goals. Like sometimes you see teams do this and they don't actually pay it off, and then that would
Yep.
be a loss.
Yep. All right, any final thoughts?
Well, it seemed like the feedback we got was pretty positive, so we will be discussing doing this in the future.
Don't put exclamation points in the middle of sentences.
I think,
I
I mean, obviously it probably has to be a road game, and we don't have a ton of those left. I think that we could open the discussion for maybe a basketball game, depending.
Oh man.
Brian, this is good. It's growth for you.
At growth.
You
I
did
mean,
you did pretty well tonight,
Yeah.
I think.
I
Would you? Would
guess.
Yeah, I think it was a decent product. I
did
think
go on some rant about how everything Michigan State is stupid and awful.
yeah, but a lot of Michigan fans think that. You're
Yeah.
just audibly saying it.
Yeah.
Craig
feel-
is somewhere just clapping, being like, "Preach, brother."
Butthole.
God, thanks.
He has the story about the butthole.
Let's not go there.
Because there was a lady who wanted him to lick it, but not really. Just yelled at him to lick his butthole, her butthole. I don't remember. Should we end on that?
Alex, pull us out of this crap.
Future ones, I think we'll advertise it a little bit better.
Well, this
more
was just
it was a test.
Yeah.
And now we have access to the MGO Radio account again. So it will go out to more subscribers. So I think those will be improvements to improve the reach. But
I think it was good. It's
All
fun.
right.
You guys are good.
All right, anybody got to sign off? Like, hey, shakalaka, gaboom? We'll work on it.
We'll work on
workshop
it. Are we clear?